I thought we might not get to say this again, at least not anytime soon, but what a time to be a fan of the things that we cover on this show.
It's good. It's a good feeling. There was a while there where it didn't feel that way.
It did not feel good for 2023, especially.
Not to be a negative Nancy, man, but this podcast started like right before like the boom really hit.
Yeah, like phase 1, phase 2?
It was it was actually it was late 2017, so we were coming into phase 3.
Yeah, Ragnarok was the first one, right?
Yeah.
And that's technically phase 3.
Yep. And then from there we had Black Panther, and then the whole look back at the MCU, and then going right into Infinity War. So we just kind of rode a wave for a good while.
And the DCEU actually had not descended into complete chaos yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Because I actually watched, I think the only DCEU movie that Kay has seen was Man of Steel. And she saw Aquaman. And that kind of turned her off so much, both of those, that she just was like, she thought Aquaman was okay, but she was like, it's just Fast and the Furious underwater. And that's pretty much what we said. But we actually, we watched the Snyder Cut.
Oh, nice.
And it was one of those things where I just kind of put it on, and then she just ended up watching it.
Yeah.
She's like, how long is this movie? It's like 4 hours.
Yeah.
But she was like, that was interesting. She's like, I definitely didn't hate that. It was a choice. And I was like, yeah. I mean, whether you like Zack Snyder's work or not, the man had an artistic vision.
Yeah.
And whether you were on board with it or not, that's irrelevant to this conversation. But like, whether you loved it or hated it, the man had a vision. And then at some point, DC was like, fuck that. We're just going to try to copy Marvel. And then everyone hated that even more because, I mean, they were trying to do that shit in the middle of what we're talking about, of Marvel just killing it.
Yeah.
And so you took something that, okay, maybe you didn't like the tone or whatever, or the characterizations, and then you went, okay, we'll just do this, but poorly.
Pretty much. And then Marvel said, well, we'll do what we've been doing, but poorly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so, I remember 2019, we had Endgame, obviously, like, wow, what an adventure. And then 2020 was the pandemic year. And so we were like, everybody gets a pass this year. 2021, it takes, they're rebounding from Endgame. We got to get our feet under us.
Well, at least back then, though, we had a string of things we were very interested in that kept us on the hook, even if we didn't like the stuff in between. So, like, everybody really liked WandaVision. We had Falcon and Winter Soldier coming up, and we were all like, oh, that's going to be amazing. Mm-hmm. We were wrong. But we didn't know that at the time. We had Doctor Strange 2, and we were promised that these were going to be a trilogy of sorts with No Way Home.
Right.
That I don't know where that came from.
Yeah, but I feel like Kevin Feige just made that up in the moment of giving like a press junket.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, these things are marginally related. Yeah, sure. It's a trilogy of sorts.
You will see the Marvel logo at the beginning of all of them.
Yeah, and at the end. Yeah. So, and then we had Multiverse of Madness. Like, back then, we still had all these projects. And also, you got to remember back then, too, when Marvel said something was going to come out, it came out back then.
Yeah. It was 2019? No, 2020 when we got the Blade announcement.
Yeah.
That was 5 years ago.
And this sort of, and not a single thing has been shot. Not one single frame.
It's shot. They can't get the script down.
Yeah. And this all kind of goes into what I was trying to get to with this opening, is that Marvel and DC right now, both really on a high. The DCU has started strong. Superman passed 500 million over this weekend. A lot of people was talking shit. Now the articles go, well, because it has passed Man of Steel officially. Yep. And then now you see all these articles going, well, adjusted for inflation, it's not really the biggest Superman movie. And I'm like, it's funny how you never see that for anything else.
I know.
Right? Like when Jurassic World came out and was like, $1 billion. Mm-hmm. Nobody said, well, adjusted for inflation, Jurassic Park would have really done. No, nobody said that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always like a shitty argument that people make up to move the goalpost to kind of suit their needs. That kind of brings me to another thing that kind of ties into your overall theme here tonight.
And another thing. We need a button for that.
That's going to be the next button.
Yeah.
I'm going to replace the Fantastic Four button and then another thing. But as wonderful as it is to be able to sit here and celebrate and breathe a sigh of relief that we got two really good superhero movies back to back, DCU Superman and the MCU's Fantastic Four, it is such a cause for celebration. The downside to that, however, is that if you spend any amount of time on the internet in the superhero comic book space, you have to deal with a bunch of different types of people who are all insufferable.
Oh, yeah.
There's the people who are like, who never had anything to say about feats or powers or speculation about characteristics. Now all of a sudden, there are fucking doctorates and philosophers on Franklin Richards and Sue Storm and Galactus. And I'm like, I've never heard any of you people say any goddamn thing about these. Maybe Galactus just because of the nature of what he is, but like, this is the first time Franklin Richards has been mentioned this often since fucking the 80s, or maybe 2015 in Secret Wars. But and same thing with Sue, and then it's the same thing, with Superman, but to a different degree, like just the arguments that people are having right now. And I'm like, man, I'm glad that there is conversation online and in the casual and in the comic book space surrounding these characters and these stories. But man, some of you guys are just so insufferable. Some of you guys look at a single YouTube video and then you would swear that you guys have your fucking PhDs in comic bookology, and that's not even a real thing.
Yeah, there's obviously I hate to loop anybody who's not like, Superman is amazing into like the Snyder cult. But, I have seen a lot of, this new Superman is weak. And I'm like, the new Superman, and spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen Superman or Fantastic Four, this is probably, it's probably not for you. Superman's so weak that he beat the fucking Engineer and Ultraman at the same time. He defeated a stronger clone of himself while his arch nemesis was controlling him. Mm-hmm. He used his breath to fucking push himself out of a black hole. Yeah, man, standard weak stuff.
Yeah, after being poisoned with kryptonite for a lengthened amount of time.
Yeah.
And having no exposure to the yellow sun.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, like I said, I just watched the Snyder Cut last night. Mm-hmm. There's different things, man. Like I appreciate Zack Snyder's desire to show just how powerful like Superman really should be. Mm-hmm. But I just don't know that for cinema that's the way to go,
I think that for the Justice League, that's how and this might be a hot take, in terms of like the power dynamic and scaling, I don't know if I will ever see Superman in a team-up movie that makes me breathe such a sigh of relief, because they needed that motherfucker in the Snyder Cut. And when you finally get him, it's like, thank fucking God somebody's here who can deal with this in the way that allows the rest of the plan to fall into place. Because if he's not there doing Superman shit, the whole thing falls apart, and Barry won't be able to do what he needs to do. Batman and Wonder Woman won't be able to do what they need to do. Cyborg definitely wouldn't be able to do what he needs to do. And so it's like the whole shit falls apart. But I mean, and not to get down a Snyderverse rabbit hole here, but I do really like the Snyder Cut a lot.
It works in the Snyder Cut.
Yeah.
Because Superman shows up and they still lose.
Yeah.
And then Barry rewinds time.
Yep.
And also, like, the other characters, besides Aquaman, get to do things.
Yeah.
And Aquaman's inside of a motherfucking hellscape inside of a nuclear reactor. This is not his strong suit.
Right.
Like, this ain't his deal.
Yeah.
He doesn't look weak. He's just, this just ain't his deal. When we got to fight somebody underwater or whatever, then that's him.
Yeah.
But he wasn't useless. Whereas in the Justice League, the much maligned version, all the other characters are useless as fuck, and then Superman shows up and then roll credits.
Yeah. Yeah. And that movie was also just tonally off.
Yeah.
Because they kept certain scenes from Snyder that he was allowed to film before they fired him, and then like other scenes were just filler bullshit put in there by Whedon. So yeah, the whole thing was a mess. It's amazing how a studio can be allowed to fuck something up so severely.
Yeah, and I think that I don't necessarily get the idea that this Superman is that much weaker, because that Superman was nuts in the Snyder Cut, because this motherfucker just got charged up by a mother box and then flew up and absorbed like direct sun.
Oh yeah.
And so like he was on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think it's a fair comparison to say that Superman is weak in the 2025 Superman movie. It's just one of those things where it's like, like going back to Man of Steel, Clark doesn't have a physical threat until fucking Zod shows up. Now, now there's a physical threat. Like, watch that and tell me he doesn't get his ass whooped. Referring to Superman, that is.
Yeah.
And you watch 2025 Superman, it's just that, there's Ultraman, but there's also whatever the fuck that kaiju was, and there's, and then there's kryptonite in that, and there's a bunch of shit that just hinders him and that he has to overcome.
Yeah, and the thing about it too is like Superman versus the kaiju. Superman could have killed that motherfucker at any minute. Mm-hmm. Superman beat the kaiju with 0 casualties other than the kaiju.
And that's kind of the thing, right? It's like it showed that he was still somewhat early-ish Superman, but he still had that hope, but there was that naivety to him as well. And I really like that scene because they explored that naivety a little bit.
Yeah.
Like when the Justice Gang fucking put the kibosh on it.
Yeah.
I guess to go back to what you're saying though, I'm looking forward to seeing what both the MCU and the DCU have cooking. 2026 is going to be a very interesting year, man.
I think I'm really hyped for Brand New Day. What's interesting is we have nothing for a year. Like,
do you think Brand New Day gets pushed?
Nah, I don't think so, because we have nothing for a year. I mean, a year between Marvel movies hasn't happened since Infinity War to Endgame.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and then we've got a year until Supergirl. Mm-hmm. July is going to be packed again next year. We're going to have Supergirl versus Spider-Man.
That would be amazing. I just have this sinking feeling Spider-Man's going to get pushed.
You think so?
What have you heard about it?
Well, if Spider-Man's going to get pushed, I don't think they push it past Doomsday. I think maybe it gets pushed from like July to September, but I don't think you push it past Doomsday, because I think they're going to have to use it to lead into Doomsday. And that brings me to what my worry is. I'm not worried about Brand New Day. I'm fucking worried about Doomsday. Because this is the first time that we ever have an Avengers movie that feels like there's no lead in. Yeah.
We all thought that Fantastic Four was going to be that lead in.
Yeah, we all thought Fantastic Four was just going to put all the dominoes up so that you could knock them down in Doomsday. They didn't do that, which I think really helps Fantastic Four as a movie, like as a thing, like that it's just a standalone thing. And we've talked about this a lot, how Marvel and DC both have this problem in the comics. It's like, well, where am I going to start?
Yeah.
You can just watch Fantastic Four. You don't have to have seen anything. You can just pick it up and watch it.
Yep.
Thunderbolts is pretty close. I mean, you could. I mean, there's maybe some things here and there you're going to miss, but you can pretty much pick that up and just go.
Yep.
Lots of people did, because lots of the things that those characters are in, people didn't watch.
Yeah.
So,
it's true.
Which, I mean, you could argue that people didn't watch Thunderbolts either,
Well,
which is a crime because it was fucking amazing.
it was really good.
But yeah, man, the fact that they've interviewed several actors that say, well, I filmed scenes for Doomsday, but they're not done with the script, so I don't know if I'm done or not. That
Rebecca
bothers the
Stamos.
fuck out of me.
Yeah. That is kind of bothersome, right? At least can we celebrate the fact that they got Rebecca Stamos instead of Jennifer Lawrence?
Yeah.
Let's celebrate the small victories.
Well, they got it's only the old crew, I think.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anybody from the new.
Yeah, I mean, but let's be honest, besides Fassbender and James McAvoy, like, who else do you want from that crew? Maybe Quicksilver.
Yeah, Quicksilver. Yep. Evan Peters, Quicksilver. We definitely want him.
Mm-hmm. I can't believe I'm saying this. The better Quicksilver of the two.
Yeah, yeah, and not as Ralph Boner.
Yeah, please.
Absolutely. Well, and the only other one I would want, and they wouldn't do, because the only other person I would want would be Magic.
Oh man, yeah.
So I don't know if they can afford her anymore. Anya Taylor-Joy.
I mean, dog, like they're paying Robert Downey $80 million for probably a combined total of 40 minutes of screen time.
Yeah, and rumor is they actually may have a longer deal with RDJ.
Really?
Because I heard over San Diego Comic-Con, and just take this with a grain of salt, that RDJ, they want Doom to stick around after Secret Wars.
I was going to bring that up tonight. But when I was going to bring it up, it was going to be under the basis that RDJ was only contracted for 2 movies, but surely you don't get rid of Doom after 2 movies.
Apparently, that is him in the after credit scene of Fantastic Four.
That's just wasted money, if you ask me.
I agree. Yeah, you could have got me to do that shit.
Right.
You could have just got a random person off the set. Hey.
Yeah. Put this cloak on.
Yeah. Hold this mask.
Uh-huh.
And action. Okay.
Yeah.
And we're done.
And cut. Yeah.
But I mean, I think that's the worry, and I'm also worried that Brand New Day isn't gonna. They're saying this is gonna be street level. Mm-hmm. If it's street level, how can it
tie into something like this?
Yeah, how can it really feed into Doomsday? So I don't know, man. I'm really worried about Doomsday, and I've said for a long time. I mean, right here on this very show, that Marvel is fucked when they come out with a bad Avengers movie.
You have said that for quite a long time. Like, the day they release a bad Avengers movie, that may be the beginning of the end.
Yeah, might have to pack that shit up. Now, it's entirely possible that Doomsday might just be, okay, well, we don't have anything. So literally the whole movie is, well, we got to build something then. Mm-hmm. I mean, and that could work. And then Secret Wars is the bust. But, I mean, being edged for a year is rough.
Yeah, dog. It's like getting a bad blowjob, but the pussy is amazing.
But the blowjob lasts 1 year.
Oh,
you gotta have the blowjob for the year first.
Shit.
Feel like I got things to do, Marvel.
Right?
I don't know.
It's not really working right now. Oh man, do you think so? Is it just speculation on your half that Brand New Day is going to tie directly into Doomsday? Or?
To me, that's the only reason that you would move Doomsday back further than you originally announced it. Because, the Russos came in and they were like, we got the Russos. We got RDJ. And the Russos were like, yeah, we got a plan and an idea for the story and all this stuff. And the movie's going to come out on this date and we're going to start filming next week and it's going to be amazing. And then And then next thing you know, it's like, oh, we're pushing it back after Spider-Man. We don't have a script.
It could just be as simple as that. We're pushing it back and putting Spider-Man first because we don't have a script.
Yeah. And obviously Marvel is trying to have this like series of wins going into Doomsday because, I mean, Thunderbolts is definitely seen as a win. It didn't do great at the box office, but it's absolutely loved. I mean, everybody's really behind the movie. People really like it. Fantastic Four is doing both. Mm-hmm. It's killing it at the box office. It's killing it with the critics. As a matter of fact, it actually has a better audience score than even Superman, and I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
People really liked Fantastic Four. I really liked Fantastic Four. Mm-hmm. I don't think it's better than Superman, but it's pretty close.
Yeah.
To me. I gave Superman a 9.2. I gave Fantastic Four an 8.8. And what that really means, folks, in my brain is that both of those movies were like a 9, and then they just made adjustments kind of in different directions a little bit, you know. I either awarded or took away little things.
Yeah.
I think they're both great. I definitely want to watch Fantastic Four again. But yeah, I mean, Marvel needs to rebuild trust, and that is going to take time. And the way you do that is having a win and then another win and then another win, get people back into the theaters. Because a lot of people look at it as, for years, Marvel has had like, okay, this is good, up trash. Yep. You know, that they've kind of gone back and forth.
Yeah, you know, just the way that the casuals are talking, like in their overall attitude, they are very flippant.
Yeah.
But it's not that it's completely undeserved. Yes, Marvel has dug themselves into this predicament.
I agree.
But you can't just overlook when things are going, when they're putting out some really high quality stuff. And Fantastic Four is nothing if not really, really solid. I mean, I think it's a really good movie. I had a really good time with it. So there were a few other things, you know, about this whole Doomsday and what's going to happen with it and where we're going to go and how we're going to get there. So we know that, again, you already gave the spoiler alert. If you haven't seen Superman and or Fantastic Four, then you know, I don't know what y'all are doing here on this podcast then at this point. Go check out both those reviews, spoiler-free section, go watch the movies, and then come back to this episode. But by the time we get to the end of Fantastic Four, we have Doom there with Franklin Richards. And then there's a slew of questions which that presents. It doesn't give us anything, really. And I think that's kind of a testament to how they're not done with the Doomsday script, because I don't know if they exactly know how they transition from Fantastic Four to Doomsday. What's Doom doing with Franklin, and do you think Franklin is healing his face in some way? That's been a really common theory.
Well, I kind of wonder a couple things, right? Like, are they going to go with the Doom scenario with where he's, you know, his mom, like, gave her soul to Mephisto to save him? Mm-hmm. Because if you look at it, right now in the MCU, there's very much this sort of, like, fathers and sons kind of theme, and then also like a mothers and sons kind of theme to what has been going on, or fathers and daughters even. Mm-hmm. If you look at the kind of how the MCU has been going. So I think it's entirely possible that we will see something where maybe they go with the backstory where he's trying to get his mom's soul back. And maybe Franklin Richards is the person to do that. It's entirely possible that maybe he is looking for the Infinity Stones, right? Like maybe they could always go the route that he is like another universe Tony Stark. I don't think they will do that, but maybe.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I don't think so either. I think that at best it needs to be maybe like Victor did some like body snatching shenanigans. like, oh, well, this world will never see me coming if I show up looking like this. Maybe something like that. I don't know. But if they go that whole route with his mom, maybe it's a thing where, like, he goes looking for the Infinity Stones. They've been destroyed. Oh, shit. And then he's like, oh, well, I could get this, power cosmic. And, that's a good close second.
Yeah.
I could save my mom with this. I could go whoop Mephisto's ass with this.
Right.
This should probably work, right? I mean, and maybe, obviously, like, the most common theme is that he's going to take Franklin and he's going to flee to 616, and then that's what brings him there. But the interesting thing is that I've been hearing that, I think this came out over the weekend too, that, Pedro Pascal, while he has a very significant role in Doomsday, he's not like the centerpiece. It's very much going to be an ensemble. And I feel like if Franklin Richards is at the center of it, then he would have him and Sue Storm would have to be at the center of it, right? Like,
yeah,
like them wanting to get their kid back is gonna be would have to be the emotional weight of it. So I don't know. We don't know what the fuck they're gonna do. We have no idea.
Yeah, we have no idea, and the scary thing is we don't know if Marvel has any idea at this point.
That's what's actually really frightening to me is that maybe they don't know.
Yeah. I get the feeling that they have been working hard on some really cool action set pieces, but I don't know if there's any connective tissue right now.
They pitched something to RDJ and then he went with it. Mm-hmm. But they were like, how many zeros do we have to put for you to go with this?
Right.
He was like, all of them.
Yeah. Come on, you know that. And I still have confidence and faith in Doomsday. I don't know how excited I can be for another movie about someone trying to take Franklin for his powers.
Right.
I mean, especially like immediately after Fantastic Four.
Exactly. Agreed. I don't think it's a great idea. I really don't.
And, I get it. Franklin, he's, especially since he's like a child right now, a baby/child, like, yeah, I mean, he's perfect for a plot device type character. I get that, but, I just think there's other ways we can go to get there. I think the best course of action would be to have Doom do it for something that could be viewed as altruistic, like, I will take this child, usurp his powers for myself because I can stop this threat that maybe no one else can see. Maybe it's the Beyonder. Maybe Galactus is coming back. Who knows? But maybe Doom thinks that he can find a way to do the thing that no one else wants to do for the greater good.
I mean, that would be an excellent way for him to shit on Reed Richards if he's just like, hey, you know what? I'm going to take this power and do what you couldn't, and I'm going to get rid of Galactus for good rather than just putting him off on another issue. The other thing, too, is some of the stills we have seen from the Doomsday setting has the Avengers with the Fantastic Four in the Baxter Building, which does not exist in 616. So it would stand to believe that either they go to a third reality or some of the 616 characters are going to come over to 828.
I'll be honest, I never even thought about that possibility.
Yeah.
I've always thought of the Fantastic Four going to the mainstream 616.
Yeah, because the Baxter Building is where Avengers Tower is in New York in 828.
So the still shots, they are for sure in the Baxter Building?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep, confirmed based on the set from Fantastic Four. So there is no Baxter Building in 616.
That is interesting.
So it could be a third world. It could be a third universe.
It could be. I mean, hell, if we're being technical, there is a Baxter Building in the Fox universe where the X-Men are.
That's true. Oh my God. However, that Baxter Building is insanely secure because it is guarded by Jimmy O'Houlihan.
That's right. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's why Doom needs Franklin.
So he can beat Jimmy?
So he can beat Jimmy.
Oh my gosh. Ignore us, folks.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we could just shoot the shit on here, so you're in for it on this one.
Do yourself a favor, just Google Jimmy O'Houlihan and then have fun with what you find.
You will find that we are the world's foremost experts on Jimmy O'Houlihan. It's factual.
Absolutely.
Google says it must be true.
It must be true. Speaking of something that's true, I just remembered I saw this when I was checking the email just a few minutes before you got here. We'll talk more about this off mic. We have been cordially invited to Chattanooga Con. Conooga, yeah. Whatever it's called.
Yeah.
The one in Chattanooga, the con there.
When you say we've been invited, do you mean we invited, the podcast was invited by the con, or do you mean you and I were invited by Kevin?
I'm sure that Kevin also invited us, but we got an email from the people there, just like running press junkers and whatnot.
Oh, well, yeah. I did go last year and had a decent time. Okay.
That's right. You've actually been.
Yeah, I went to this past year. Kay, the Crochet Fairy herself, was a vendor there past year. It was a good time. We had fun. So I will say that it is cold as a motherfucker at the time that this con takes place. It was like 9 degrees with crazy wind chill. So. Yeah, but I'm definitely not opposed. I don't think we got into Dragonsteel. I think they would have let us know by now. Oh. So, Brandon's probably just like, this year it's not a mainline Cosmere book.
Yeah, that's what he wants to save the homies for something.
Yeah, he's like, this isn't really worth them coming all the way out here.
Understood.
We'll save them for a bigger release. Speaking of, I did just finish Isles of the Emberdark.
Nice.
And I'm now reading Saga. Hopefully we're going to be reviewing that next week. That's been a long time coming, about like a year and some change.
Pretty much. And we also have Doomsday Clock somewhere still down the line.
Yep.
So we're going to entertain you guys with Doomsday before you get Doomsday.
This is going to be like, what was that episode that we said we were going to do forever and then we didn't do it for like 8 months or something like that? Was it the antagonist episode?
It might have been.
Yeah, I know we kicked that can down the road a
bunch. And you guys probably didn't believe we were going to do it, and we did.
Yeah, we did. We'll get to it. We don't have to be reminded every 6 months. We'll get to it.
Well, now that we've bullshitted for 32 minutes, I think that we can finally kick this thing off proper. So, with that being said, homies one and all, welcome back to another very special episode of the Superhero Homies Podcast. My name is Quentin. And as always, I'm here with the man who has reshaped the multiverse more times than we will ever know. I'm talking about the homie Caleb.
What's going on, everybody? And I hate to tell you, but we're going to bullshit on the other side of these introductions also.
That's true. It's true. I was going to let them figure that out for themselves.
The whole time.
Yeah. The whole time.
The whole time. We need that button.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
We got to get the actual, like, Sally Field. The whole time.
Okay. But this is a comic news episode. I do have a button for comic news.
You do?
Yeah, where is it? What do I do with the comic? Here we go. Breaking news. This just in. You're listening to the cosmic, world-breaking, magnificent, multiversal, mega-talented news anchors, the Superhero Homies. And this is Comic News. Comic news. Thank you, comic news anchor.
That's right, folks. We are right on the other side of San Diego Comic-Con, and also 2 really big releases in the fandom. So we have a lot to talk about tonight.
Yeah, what's interesting is that we have a good bit to talk about, but if we're being honest, both of like the super major heavy hitters, Marvel and DC, they didn't have a whole lot.
They did not. They skipped a lot. One thing I do want to talk about while we're on the topic, James Gunn got an overwhelming reaction this year. You could just really tell that the fans, just like the really true like hardcore fans, just really appreciate him and what he was doing. And I'm sure Kevin Feige probably about shit himself because James Gunn came out during there was like a Jim Lee panel.
Oh,
and James Gunn like dropped in on it.
Oh.
And him and Jim Lee are only like a year apart, I think. And they lived in the same city, and they saw the Donner Superman in the same theater.
Oh,
and it may have even been at the same showing. They're not really sure.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. They lived in the same like town or whatever as kids. And James Gunn was talking about like some like Jim Lee's work over the years, and he actually like became really overwhelmed and was just like, you know, this is stuff that I have been, you know, following like my whole life, and like these characters and like seeing them come to life, whether it was on the page or the small screen or the big screen. And he, you know, the crowd like really gave him a big ovation. And he was like, that means a lot to me because this is where the real fans are. I'm sure Kevin Feige like threw up immediately.
Right. He immediately requested someone bring him a coffee so he could throw it.
Yeah. It's very Lex Luthor of him.
Yeah. And then that made him do it again because he realized that's correct.
Yeah.
That's amazing, though. I didn't know about that.
Yeah, he's probably like, that's why he doesn't work here anymore. Yeah, he wasn't supposed to be in that panel, and he just kind of dropped in.
Wow.
They also did a Peacemaker panel.
Yeah.
And that's it. I mean, out of that, that's all for the big studios. Marvel skipped it entirely. DC had very little to show. So, I mean, it was kind of a light Comic-Con this year when it comes to, like, big movies and stuff. A lot of the studios have already kind of blown their loads for the year.
Yeah. So it was just interesting because, like you said, this was kind of on the lighter side. Quick question: do you know where they're from, Jim Lee and James Gunn?
No, but that's something that we have the technology to find out very quickly.
We have the power. We have the technology. Also, speaking of Jim Lee, we still have Hush 2 that is slated to come out later on this year, I believe.
St. Louis, Missouri.
Oh, okay. Oh, St. Louis boys. Interesting.
Yep.
But yeah, we do still have Hush 2 that comes out later on this year, and my feelings on that are still the same. Like, I hope you guys can pull it off. I hope it can live up to the original, and I hope it's something that is worthy of the Hush name.
I have concerns. Hush is my favorite Batman comic. Probably when it comes to Marvel or DC, it's probably my favorite comic. Period. Like I really enjoy it. If I just have to pick one, Hush is the first thing that my mind goes to. I really love all the aspects of it. I really even like the animated movie, despite them changing a few things around. So yeah, I am cautiously optimistic.
Yeah.
More so than ever because we're on a winning streak right now.
Right.
And now, because of the trauma of the last 3 years, I'm waiting on the other shoe to drop.
Oh no. No, see, if we're in the midst of a pendulum swing, then we still have some time on the upswing here.
We do. We have a while, actually.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, because I'm gonna tell you right now, Eternals basically like fired a rocket launcher at the wall.
You know what was? Oh, it was funny. I watched like a YouTube short. It was with Kumail Nanjiani. You know, he played one of the Eternals. Don't ask me which one.
Kango?
Oh shit, that might have been it.
Kango?
Yeah. I'll be down. A point for Caleb.
Yeah. Useless fucking never gonna see this character again.
Yeah.
I think it's Kingo.
Maybe it is Kingo.
Yeah.
The only thing I like about like that character that I didn't even notice, he said, "No, I'm not going to join y'all for the third act," and that motherfucker did not join them for the third act.
No, he was off doing dance numbers with Agatha.
Yeah, that's right. How could I forget that? You can also, speaking of things you can skip, you can also skip most of What If season 3.
Yeah, actually, you just skip that shit.
Yeah.
Unless you just really want to see Darcy squeeze out a fucking giant egg.
You don't. But I I watched this interview with Kumal, and he was talking about the Eternals, and he was giving like this really heartfelt speech about how they worked really hard on it, and there's some really interesting aspects to it that he really hopes one day people will look back on it and realize that there were some really interesting things going on with this movie. And just for shits and giggles, I opened up the comment, and the very first comment was, "No, we won't."
yeah. We will not, folks. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, you win some, you lose some.
I mean, shit, the pendulum for DC should be...
Oh, my God. Like, it's got to be...
Should be years.
Speaking of that, it seems as if the Authority has been canceled.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I really love the way that James Gunn is looking at these things because he's like, yeah, this is the roadmap. This is what we want to do. This is what we're planning for. But then if something isn't going to work or doesn't like have a good hook to it, he's dropping it.
Yeah.
And like that's so important as a creative when you find out that something like doesn't work. For example, if like George R.R. Martin were to write 5 books and then realize that he doesn't have a good way to end them, he just wouldn't write the other 2. Not saying that's what's happening in this universe, but in some universe that's what's going on.
Look, dog. I'm sure that George is steadily working.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's working on.
It's I can actually tie George R.R. Martin in here without too much of a stretch. He actually watched Superman and really, really loved it, which I was shocked with. I was like, I guess this is how like Brandon Sanderson can like play Souls games and like them.
Yeah.
When his books are like the opposite of that from a storytelling perspective, I'm like, I guess like what you create and what you enjoy don't always really have to be the same thing. So
I can get with that. Yeah.
Because I would have sworn that fucking Grimdark Superman would have been George R.R. Martin's shit, Yeah, bring out the black suit.
Oh. Yeah. What were we talking about? Fuck, I just lost it. Yeah, before we got to George Martin watching Superman.
You're talking about the pendulum.
The Authority being
and
canceled.
The Authority.
That's right, yeah. And when you look at the slate for this phase of DCU, which they're calling Gods and Monsters, the Authority's been canceled. We know that they're obviously moving forward with Supergirl and Clayface. Both of those coming out next year, right?
Yeah.
I'm still really waiting for and anticipating Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
I don't know when that's going to come out. Don't know if anyone's attached to it yet. I do know this. I think Swamp Thing had, oh my God, a James Mangold attached to it. Last I heard.
Yeah, James Mangold is also supposed to be coming out with a fucking Jedi movie.
Yeah. He's busy. I don't know which one is least likely to happen.
What was it that he just put out? Where it was like, James Mangold just did something.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it was like kind of shocking that
he did that.
That he did whatever the thing was. Oh, he did a Complete Unknown.
That is unknown to me.
It's the Bob Dylan biopic.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that surprised me. For those of you who don't know, James Mangold, he's the director that did the Wolverine and Logan and 3:10 to Yuma remake.
Yep.
Really excellent director. Certainly has a style to him.
He also did the Indiana Jones, most recent Indy.
See, I blocked that from my memory because I wanted to withhold the man's legacy.
Well, I mean, he also did... what was it? There was another movie right around there. Ford v Ferrari.
That's right. He did Ford v Ferrari.
Yep.
But yeah, anyway, we can actually get into some comic news stuff going on here now. What do you want to start?
You know what? I want to start on a high-ass note that's also going to be a quick note since you guys waited 44 minutes for us to get here. I want to talk about that motherfucking Battle Beast trailer for the Invincible game. Yes. Invincible is coming out with, like, in case you didn't know, they're coming out with, like, this Marvel vs. Capcom style, like, 3v3 fighter. And it looks like it's going to kind of be like a 2.5D. Like obviously the fighting is 2-dimensional, but the graphics are 3-dimensional. It's that kind of thing. I don't typically love that. It reminds me a lot of Dragon Ball Fighter Z.
I really enjoy that game.
Yeah, I didn't love it, to be honest, but I'm always much more of a fan of the Tenkaichi style.
Gotcha.
Which that new game is dope. I actually need to pick that back up and finish it.
Yeah.
But I like that style a lot more. And I think I would really love a Invincible game in that vein as well. But we got to start somewhere. And I like that they're doing this. From what I heard, the roster is supposed to be absurd, right? So that would be awesome if that's the case.
The Invincible universe is primed for a video game series like this.
Yeah.
And what's the name of that new Dragon Ball Z game you were just talking about?
I don't remember what they actually ended up calling it.
Man, I forgot the name of it, but
because it wasn't Sparking Zero. Because they were going to call it like Tenkaichi 4 or whatever, and then they changed it.
Yeah. So Sparking Zero, right? So I still need to get the game myself because I'm really interested in that type of game. But I remember I looked into that game a whole lot, right? And I'm going to tie this into this Invincible game because I don't think that they're going to do the same things. But with Sparking Zero, I remember there was a lot of controversy around it, something that I actually thought was a great aspect to it, and that is there was power scaling in that game. So like, you can play as like Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta, and if you're fighting fucking Krillin, then, I mean, if you're playing as Krillin fighting that Gogeta, you're going to have a long fucking day in the office,
Yeah.
And I know a lot of players didn't really like that because when you play online, the people would choose, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta or whoever and just, kick ass. But I think, like, outside of the online community, I really like that kind of scaling in video games.
Yes.
Even in ones like this. And I was just saying that because I think that the Invincible game, it would be cool if they did something like that too. Judging by the footage we got and seeing how many hits Rex Flow took from Battle Beast, I'm going to say that they're not doing that. And that's cool. I get it. You know what I mean? But I just do like that kind of thought that's put into what would happen if this character really did fight this character,
Honestly, you're not going to see a lot of developers do this because it's hard.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, to me, the ideal thing to do is to have a toggle for that. Where you put a baseline. Let's say we're going to use the Invincible universe, right? Let's put the baseline at Mark Grayson, right? And you scale everybody to be about as powerful as him, and all their abilities do similar damage to his and whatever. You'll have some characters that are maybe faster or slower, and maybe they do a little more damage. And then you turn it off, right? And then, like, Battle Beast can murder fucking Rexplode instantly.
Yeah.
I think that's honestly the best thing because, like, online, you want it to be playstyle versus playstyle. Mm-hmm. But offline or in a story mode, you want to feel like you're playing the character.
Yeah.
And in order to get both, that's the only way to do it. And that kind of sucks because as a developer, you have to balance the game twice. You have to... but, I mean, it came back to bite them in Sparking Zero or whatever because online, they had to nerf, I think it was Yamcha. Because Yamcha was busted once you scaled.
It was like super fast or something, right?
Yeah. Yeah, which is fine in the story mode because you're like, oh, well, when I catch you,
right,
beat the shit out of you. But then if you scale him and he is faster than fucking Gogeta, but he's, just as powerful.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
Right. So, you're right, and that is tough, man. And it does basically mean that they have to work on the game twice. But I think for something that is based on such like an immersive story, you might want to consider it.
Yeah, we got Battle Beast footage. I was very critical of the very first trailer that came out a few months ago for this because it was like the characters that they picked. I think it was like Omni-Man, Invincible, I think Rex.
The Viltrumite women, right?
Oh, yeah, it was Omni-Man and the two Viltrumites, actually. Like two of the, I guess the ones that show up. I don't know. Omni-Man, two Viltrumites versus Mark and some other people. I think it was
Adam Eve,
and Rex.
Yeah.
And I was like, and that was all that they showed was those 6 characters. I was like, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah.
And so I'm glad that they were like, no, Battle Beast is in the game. You know, it's going to have this really expansive roster. I think that's going to be the draw because there's so many fucking characters just from the first couple seasons that they could add.
Absolutely. You got the Marlowe twins, and I expect both of them to be in there.
You damn right.
I mean, the roster is crazy. Like, Duplicate would be really fun. So, like, they're gonna have to get real creative with like these power sets because it's not like, it's not like in Dragon Ball Z where they're all based around kind of the same concept.
Right.
With this, outside of the Viltrumites, they're all kind of unique.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to do, but I really hope that they do. Robert Kirkman seems like he's really like involved in how the game is developing, so I hope it's good. It looks really cool.
I will say this one minor critique, something that I hope isn't in the actual final gameplay, but I like what I saw, but man, it was like a minute and 20 seconds of Battle Beast doing the same combo.
Yeah.
And hopefully that was just them showing off that one really cool combo, and they have other really cool combos to show us.
Well, he had some variation in there.
Yeah, I mean, there were some, but it looked a lot like the same.
Yeah, it looked like he was, using like, attack, and then maybe like a variation at the end.
Yeah. So,
but it was cool to see, some stuff where like he would like throw the guy to like another part of the level, and then like that becomes the stage now.
That was cool.
And there seems to be like a fatality type system in it too,
which makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, like, it would also be cool even if they could incorporate some Mortal Kombat aspects into that. Like, I don't know if you remember the old school Mortal Kombat games, but if you fought someone like Goro or Mintaro or Shao Kahn, your normal attacks don't work the same on them.
Yeah.
Like they just kind of tank it, or they don't give the recoil or the sell for the setup for a combo. They just kind of walk through your combos.
Yeah.
It would be cool if like certain characters had that, like Conquest or Battle Beast or
Omni-Man
or Thrag, so that'd be cool.
And the thing we talked about too is like obviously they don't want to spoil the show, so maybe like there's a season 4 DLC or something later.
Yeah.
I guess while we're talking about Amazon and shows, we actually got a trailer for season 4 of Vox Machina.
Yeah.
Which is a big hit, and also at Comic-Con it was also announced that the show has been renewed for a 5th and final season.
Wow.
You got to get caught up.
I do.
It's so good, dude. Like this last season 3, to me, I mean, I think every season they have bumped it up. Mm-hmm. Like it's just gotten better and better. I'm really excited to see season 4, and then also that they've, obviously it's doing gangbusters for them because they've already renewed it for a 5th season.
Yeah.
And then they've already got campaign 2, which is the Mighty 9. We got a little teaser for that, and that's coming out in November. So
damn.
Yeah.
When season 4 coming out?
I think this year.
Okay. So season 4 of Vox Machina and the Mighty 9 are both slated to come out this year?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, Amazon is kind of the king of animation right now.
They really are. I mean, because who else is really competing on that level right now?
Which is kind of funny because Bezos was like, "Hey, go out and get me some of that Game of Thrones money," and every high fantasy project that they have sucks. Just to go ahead and just put it out there.
Are they still working on Rings of Power?
Oh yeah.
Right?
They have to. They're contractually obligated to produce it.
That's awful.
Like there could be one viewer, and they still have to make it.
And at that point, let's say they get 6 seasons deep into this thing, and then like, I don't watch the show, but let's say that hypothetically, I'm the only person watching the show. At that point, I would expect for you just to put me in the show.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I want a cameo in every episode.
Yeah. Well. They're just obligated to put out the content.
Yeah.
They could put like a Gandalf beard on you and just film you walking around your house and shit. Be like, we produced the content. Here it is. You didn't say it had to be good.
You shall not pass. They're like, he doesn't say that for a long time.
It's like, yeah, man. Yeah, I mean,
They don't know that.
don't get me on this tangent. We don't need to talk about. We don't need to talk about it.
Okay, you're right.
We don't need to spend the next hour. There's a reason I never reviewed Rings of Power, and that we have never reviewed Rings of Power.
Yeah, I don't know if I have it in me to watch that. And at this point, it's 2 seasons I would have to watch.
It's god fucking awful. I haven't. I will not watch the second season. I refuse.
Damn.
Yeah, it's one of the most atrocious things I've ever seen. It harms me to even think about it.
That good.
No, it's terrible. But let's talk about a second season that I am really excited for, which is Peacemaker.
Yes.
And the DCU connections are all through this thing.
Yeah. Do you really wanna taste it?
We do.
We do. Yes.
I am worried about James Gunn burnout because guess what? He wrote this too.
Yeah, so Creature Commando, Superman, and Peacemaker. The real test at this point of the DCU isn't whether or not we're going to get quality shows and movies. Is what does it look like when James Gunn isn't completely behind the wheel?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What's Supergirl going to be like?
Yeah.
You know.
Who's starring in that again?
I don't know. Somebody who's okay.
Somebody who's okay. That's comforting. Only here, folks.
Yeah. Craig Gillespie.
That name. Why do I know that name? Was he Walking Dead? No.
Let's see what they made. They made the Cruella de Vil movie.
Interesting.
Let's see. Wow, I don't really. They directed a 2023 film called Dumb Money. 2011 movie called Fright Night. Yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, okay. That name sounds familiar, but I'm not really familiar with a lot of his work. Interesting.
He made a movie called I, Tonya. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. So, I mean, no disrespect to his work, but this could be like his really big breakout movie if it's, you know.
He did make that Pam and Tommy miniseries that came out.
Oh, with Sebastian Stan? And, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Sebastian Stan is on it, man. The Winter Soldier is the most morally upright person he plays in anything.
That is frightening.
Because, he played Trump in the Trump movie.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie? I think it's called The Devil All the Time.
I have not.
It was actually pretty good.
Is he in that?
Yeah, he's in. That's a lot of superheroes in that actually. And they're all doing really fucking good. Sebastian Stan was really good. It took me and Kevin like half the movie to be like, I think that's Sebastian Stan.
It's like it's either that or it's a young Mark Hamill.
Yeah, it's because like he put on weight for that role, and it was like he looks like Sebastian Stan if he was really hungry. You know, Tom Holland, he was the lead in that movie, and he did great. And Robert Pattinson is kind of like one of the main antagonists, and he was great. So don't watch it if you don't want to be in like a bummer mood for a bit. But it was a really good movie.
Oh, this is the one where like he was like an alcoholic during it, and it like really fucked him up.
Oh, that makes sense. That checks out.
Yeah. I've heard about that aspect of it, but I haven't seen the movie. I need to watch that.
Anywho, but yeah, Peacemaker season 2. I mean, obviously, I'm looking forward to this. Comes out in just a couple of weeks at this point.
We got a new trailer. Was it come out in September?
I think it's at August 21st.
Oh wow! Okay, motherfucker.
The day after my birthday, so I get hopefully a really good birthday.
So, folks, we're gonna have to review this. We're gonna have to binge this. Is it gonna come out all at once?
Probably not.
Well, never mind. We won't have to worry. It's gonna be an hour though, right? Oh, we might have to pull a Daredevil. We might have to episode by episode that.
Yeah. Yep.
That'll give us like 2 months of fucking free content.
That's true.
Plus, we're gonna have Dragon Con in the midst of that.
Yep.
And so we won't, we'll miss some time. So it'd be good if that's the case.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It would work out pretty good.
At least there's not like a giant movie or anything coming out. Because didn't that happen? Didn't something big come out?
I feel like something did happen, but we were able to time it pretty good. I don't remember what it was though.
I can't remember either, but something.
Yeah. Well, I know last year, like, I think Starfield came out the day that we were at Dragon Con.
Oh, that's right, and Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate had been out for a little bit because
Baldur's Gate on console.
Yeah.
It came out 30 days early on PC.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were like, fuck, can't wait to get back from Dragon Con and play Starfield.
Yeah.
And then we just all went back to playing Baldur's Gate. And still are playing Baldur's Gate over Starfield.
Yep. I think in total I put about 600 hours, over 600 hours in the Baldur's Gate.
Yeah.
I think I put a total of like 3.5 in Starfield.
Yeah. I don't know that I put that much in it, to be honest with you. I actually still need to go back to my patch 8 Baldur's Gate playthrough and play some more of that. Really enjoyed that shit. Speaking of video games, real quick, I actually was playing some Hades last night because Hades 2 is about to come out.
About time. Oh, it must have been in early access.
It's been in early access for a while. I haven't played it. I haven't even looked at anything from it. So I'm just gonna get that full tilt 1.0 experience.
Bro, I love Hades 1.
Me too.
Yeah.
I forgot how fucking fast that game is. Because I had been playing Raven's Watch, which is very similar. It's like a multiplayer version of that.
Right.
And I didn't realize, because I hadn't played Hades in a while, till I booted up Hades. And Hades is just like, oh no, fuck you, dog. Like, we're going right now. Like,
yeah, that game is, if you guys haven't played Hades, highly recommend it. If you're into that type of kind of roguelike type game, it's among the best. Because I typically don't like that type of game, if I'm being honest. Like the whole idea of putting in X amount of hours and now I lost all my progress. Oh, well. But this game does it so well. It's pretty addicting.
yeah, I mean, within that genre, right, there's a lot of instances of like games that do it really well. And then there's a lot of instances of games that don't.
Yeah.
I think Hades is a really good example of like, okay, well, you're going to go on this run. All right, well, you're probably not going to win your first 100. But every time you do a run, it's going to be different and you're going to get more powerful. Like you do have progression that will make your character stronger outside of those runs.
Right.
And they do really well with that. Hades, I think, and probably Faster Than Light are probably the best examples to me of that genre. So Faster Than Light is really good.
There was something else I want to say about Peacemaker.
Yeah, we really didn't actually talk about it at all.
Yeah, we rabbit hole hard
multiple times.
Yeah.
So we just watched the trailer that got released at Comic-Con. What do you think about Peacemaker season 2?
I think that this trailer did the magic trick of showing us a lot and nothing at all.
I have no fucking idea what's going on. I know there's a dimensional portal, and I was done.
No, I really like this trailer, but honestly, I like the first trailer a little bit more. In the first trailer, in the beginning of it, we see the Justice Gang with Maxwell Lord, and they're sitting on the other side of the two-way mirror interviewing Peacemaker, and they're giving him all kinds of shit, and he can actually hear them. I thought that was a tremendous way to kick off that trailer.
I imagine that's the only scene they're going to be in.
Probably.
But it looks like Frank Grillo as Rick Flag Sr. is going to be all through this.
I think so, because he's got beef, and it makes sense.
Do you think he's going to find out that, that Peacemaker killed?
Oh, he knows because they say it in the trailer.
Oh,
as a matter of fact, we even see him beating the hell out of Peacemaker at one point.
I remember us seeing that. I just,
Yeah.
So.
Well, I mean, spoiler if you guys haven't seen the trailer.
Yeah, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, and I love that that's kind of like a narrative thread that's being sewn throughout the Peacemaker series. It's the fact that even in season 1, he was dealing with the grief of killing who he knew was a good man. He killed Rick Flag Jr. And I'll be honest, man, like for any of you like comic book readers out there, it may not have seemed like a big deal, but Rick Flag, that was kind of a big deal. I expected somebody to die. I didn't know it would be Rick Flag and the Suicide Squad. But I love to see that that's something that's still haunting Peacemaker, and he's trying to redeem himself. I don't know how he redeems himself in the eyes of Rick Flag Sr., but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, Frank Grillo is only 14 years older than Joel Kinnaman, so he apparently got started real young.
Real young. real young. Yeah. Because I was like, man, like the age gap between those two ain't that wide.
No. Yeah. But he's doing a really good job. You kind of got to wonder, right? Like, it's weird that it's like the DCU is supposed to be a separate world. Mm-hmm. But it's like, okay, well, did he kill Rick Flag in both of them, though? Because he should totally be alive in that other universe, if not.
And if he killed Rick Flag in both of them, so we're also assuming that the Suicide Squad movie is also all canon as well.
Yeah.
And if that's all canon as well, then, like, Harley is like the outlier.
Yeah.
Because she also comes from a different set of movies.
Yeah.
That we pray are not canon, either of them.
Yeah. Please, none of them. Yeah, and also, can we get Ratcatcher in the Justice League then?
Oh my gosh, that'd be great.
Yeah,
Ratcatcher in the Justice League,
or at least the Justice Gang.
You know, they can get Weasel in the Justice Gang. Oh shit!
Do you think we get a Superman cameo?
That would be the gift that keeps on giving, right there.
I would absolutely adore that if we got it.
And honestly, like I would be so happy if he just did like an interview, like in like a news channel, talking shit about Peacemaker.
Yes,
I think the guy's a lunatic, really.
Yeah. People keep bringing this guy up, and I'll be honest with you, I think he's a complete lunatic, and someone should probably stop him.
Yeah. Oh, that would be great.
I would really love if that's what we get.
Oh yeah. So. He can't keep shitting on these superheroes like that, because he shit on Batman in season 1. He shit on Superman in his own movie, and like you might want to choose other people to shit on.
Oh, don't forget he also shit on Oliver in season 1. On Green Arrow.
Oh yeah, he
real
did.
hard.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
To the point that Stephen Amell got mad.
Yeah.
He was like, motherfucker, you didn't see I had to produce like 400 hours of content with $20.
Yeah.
And some bubble gum.
Yeah. And that was including catering.
Yeah. Yeah, we had McNuggies every day.
Every single day. And the ones we didn't eat on Monday, we ate on Tuesday.
Yeah, and I still had to maintain this physique eating that shit.
Eating McDonald's pink sludge.
Yeah.
You know? Oh shit.
You got anything else on Peacemaker before we?
I mean, like you said, I have no idea what exactly is going on. He's being kidnapped by somebody. There's interdimensional shenanigans going on. There's another Peacemaker that he fights, presumably the one from season 1. I don't know.
Yeah, it was weird, man. Just watching just hearing two people fight, but not being able to see anything in that room.
Yeah. You know? So it's gonna be real interesting to see what goes on there. Oh, his dad is back. Good old T-1000.
Also, one of the Peacemakers has jetpack.
Yeah, and it's kind of a Mandalorian situation where it's like you should have a jetpack, and it's like, oh well, the other Mandalorians have jetpacks. Why don't you have one?
Yeah.
And same thing with Peacemaker. It's like, where's your jetpack? And then he has one.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But no, looking forward to it. Looking forward to seeing what the underlying thread is here. We got the butterflies. Was it the butterflies in season 1?
Yes.
Yeah. Don't know exactly who the big bad threat is of this, whether it's like an evil Peacemaker or whether it's Rick Flag working as the antagonist. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I want to spread around the hate a little bit. So I want to go into something I was not thrilled about. That is, so any of you Spartacus fans out there, if you saw the Stars series, it was tremendous. At least 3 of the 4 seasons were really, really good. And the other one, I still liked it, even though I acknowledge that it was not that great. I'm talking about season 2.
I was going to ask. And not to cut you off there, but man, I thought that season 2 was really good, especially all things considered, you know. Like, they were putting them in a shitty situation there.
Oh, they absolutely were, yeah. Yeah, if they'd been able to keep the original actor. Well, it's a catch-22, right? Like, obviously, we would have wanted, is Andy Whitfield? Is that his name?
Yep.
Obviously, we would have wanted him to live. Yeah. However, if he doesn't die, we don't get Gods of the Arena, which I think is the best of the show.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I wish someone had that idea and he also had lived.
Right.
Because not that I had any issue with the guy that replaced him. I can't think of his name right now.
He was really good.
Yeah, he was Weather Wizard in The Flash. Yeah. But I really, really enjoyed him. It's just that the gravitas of the original actor was just not something that I think you could really touch. And it hurt the show, and so they really had to rely on the prequel characters more later in the show and kind of make it all make sense. And I think what they were given, they did a great job. But I will say that second season, because of that, is really wonky because there's a lot of recasting. It's not just him. They recast Navia also.
Yeah.
And so it takes a lot to get used to all the recasting and really... I think about the first half of that season before it really can go. However, for years we were told we were going to get a Julius Caesar spinoff. They got that guy that was really talented to be Caesar in season 4. Yep. The dude that looks like Brad Pitt, like ridiculously. It's not him, but he looks just like him. I can't remember his name either, but I guess that never materialized, and they settled on doing whatever the fuck this is. I'm assuming they're going to frame it as like they're going to do the moment where Ashur gets killed, and this whole thing is just him kind of being like, what if I'd gotten away with it?
Yeah.
Because it kind of, if you'll recall, I think at the end of season 1, before all the bullshit happens, I think had the slaves not broken out, that Batiatus was he had gotten some kind of position in the government or something, and that he was gonna leave Lucretia there with Ashur, and that he was gonna go on. Or no, that wasn't season 1. It was season 2. It was Glaber that was gonna do that. He was gonna leave the gladiator school. What is it called?
It's been so long since I've seen it.
It's been a minute. But anyway, he was going to leave the school with Ashur at the end of season 2. That's what it was. And that he was going to leave Lucretia there with him. And she's in it. So Lucy Lawless is in it. Which, that might be the only good thing you're going to hear me say about this. So I guess it's like that alternate timeline. It's like, oh, if I had gotten away with it.
Yeah, so Spartacus is one of those shows that I've been meaning to rewatch for a while now, simply because I needed to know for myself now, with like my more critical eye, did I really enjoy the show for what it was, or did I just like the violence and titties, or was it both?
Both is good.
Both is good.
I'll be honest. I don't think there's any part of the plot that's like ridiculously deep. You know what I mean? But it didn't have to be to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Yes, obviously, like the violence and the titties are the main thing. Right. It's like Transformers, right? Like the Transformers movies. If you went and watched the first one, okay, and then you went and watched the second and third one, if you expected them to be anything other than like 24-year-old women running in slow motion while giant robots fight in the background, then you fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't just be like, man, this shit isn't really deep or hidden. You watched 4 of these and you got to this point.
It's like if you're still watching Fast and the Furious.
All right.
You know, it's like, this is what you're going to get. I definitely think that there was some very interesting stuff in specifically Gods of the Arena where they really looked into like the dynamic and the impact on people in slavery, you know, and like what that does to a person. And I think the best story that they told throughout all of those seasons was the Gannicus and Animaeus stuff. That to me, once they had kind of resolved Spartacus's like main plot line, and he became kind of like the figurehead of the rebellion. Now you're left with this as your only real character story. And I thought they did very well with that. I also thought they did a really good job with what was the main antagonist in the last season?
Oh, shit.
It wasn't Pompey. It was the other one.
I forgot his damn name.
You know who I'm talking about. It was Pompey, Caesar, and the other one. Yeah. The other member of the triumvirate. But anyway, it was them, and like they had a really good kind of storyline with him and his son. Like all of that shit was really good too. But obviously, like the heart and soul of that show to me was the Gannicus and Animaeus stuff.
It did become that.
Yeah.
I guess also for me, it just feels like too little, too late, kind of.
Yeah, it's way after the fact. Mm-hmm. It's a character that everyone reviled. I mean, this guy did a really good job playing the villain. Mm-hmm. Don't get me wrong. But we got so many fucking seasons of him.
Right.
And then it's just kind of weird that you're trying to do this show. And listen, I don't mean this disparagingly at all. But this trailer to me feels like they watched that South Park episode about Kathleen Kennedy, where Cartman was like, we're just going to put a woman in it and make them gay. And then they were like, oh, wow, yeah, we could do that. And that's what they settled on. Listen, my problem isn't the fact that they want to put a female gladiator in there. Honest, that was in the original show as well. Mm-hmm. My problem is that Ashur as a character would never fucking do this. Yeah. Because he's the villain, mm-hmm. He was such a fucking he viewed women as objects.
Yeah.
And
quite frankly, he viewed the men that way too. But
right. But I mean, he's never going to allow one to glorify him in the arena, like be like the staple of his house.
Yeah.
And maybe the show's going to explore that, but the trailer really didn't show that at all. The trailer was just like, mm-hmm. Hey, look, we got a different thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they're using that to justify the existence of the show.
But, I'm very uninterested in this. I'm gonna hate watch it, and maybe I'll be wrong.
Look, it's gonna be violence and titties, so I'll watch it.
Yeah, I mean, at worst, it will be violence and titties.
Yeah.
So
it'll
be better than Eternals.
There was some violence and no titties in there.
Yeah, not a one.
Not a one.
On a high note, man, let's talk about that Gen V trailer.
Yes. Gen V Season 2 comes out in September, I believe.
Yeah, and they kind of did this masterful kind of thing with the trailer, too. All I know is that Starlight seems to be a main character. Always want to see more of her.
Yeah.
It seems to be a direct follow-up to Season 4 of The Boys, which... Obviously, we want to see more from this universe. And there's a new Dean who seems to be like the primary antagonist.
Yeah.
And that's all I got.
That is all. I mean, and it's so weird, right? Because just like Peacemaker, I feel like I saw so much, but I have no clue what's going on.
There's like no context to any of it.
This is interesting because, where they left off in Gen V, they were in a pretty shitty situation, and you have to wonder, oh man, how are they going to get out of this? Like, what's happening here? And I feel like because of the death of one of the lead actors, I feel like they pivoted.
Yes,
and it seems like at the very least, early episode 1, we see them get out somehow. Maybe they're just released. We don't know, but it doesn't seem like them escaping is going to be a big plot thread.
Right. Yeah.
So, I'm not sure, man. It's just weird. So it seems like they are going back to school, but they're doing so to kind of expose it more so than to just resume life.
The way season 1 ends is definitely the low point of the show. Like, the ending is just bonkers kind of nonsense. You could tell they didn't... It's a non-ending, right?
And it's contrived.
It's insanely contrived. Yeah. And you're like, how could they go back to school after this?
Right.
So I don't know, man. I don't know what kind of shenanigans are going to take place. But it looks like, the show looks really good. Mm-hmm. And it looks like the budget is there. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more than just glorified cameos from people on The Boys.
Yeah.
We actually should be seeing a couple people from the cast. at Dragon Con this year. So
that would be amazing.
I know that Firecracker is going to be there.
Yes. Oh man, and, that actress. I feel bad because I forget her name, but the first thing I remember seeing her in was in a video game, Detroit Become Human.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That was actually a really intriguing video game. It fucked me up for a little bit, so I had to put it down. But I need to do a replay of it. But anyways, that's the first time I saw her, and then it took me a while to recognize that was her.
Valerie Curry.
Valerie Curry, that's it.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just going to be her and Colby. Yeah, I got to wonder. But
it's going to be hard to top that boys panel from a few years ago.
Yeah, where Queen Maeve spoiled all kinds of shit.
She looked so hungover up there on that stage, and yeah, she spoiled so much.
Yeah, I am really excited this year for Christopher Judge.
Oh yeah, man, that's I'm really looking forward to that.
I just want to know how much he would charge to just be like boy at me.
He probably has a sign that says charge $50 to say boy.
Yeah.
It's gonna be, yeah. Like, oh, there it is. Okay.
Sign here.
Yeah.
Just want out. There's a contract where it's like, no racial overtones are implied by Christopher Judge. Anything he says at any point in the past, present, or future.
Oh man, that would be great.
Stand on the yellow X and face Christopher. It's like a Fus Roda situation.
Yeah.
Like you got to have a certain fortitude to be able to handle it.
Right. Holy shit. No, that would be insanely amazing.
He just turns, he's like, boy. And then motherfucker just collapses.
Right.
Like, oh, get the medics.
Happened again. Did he sign the contract? He signed.
He signed the waiver? All right. Yeah, okay. All right. Get him out of here.
Going back to Gen V really quick, they alluded to there being another soup out there who's stronger than Homelander. I don't know how interested I am in them exploring this again.
They're trying to tee up something for after season 5, my guy.
That's got to be it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because at this point in the boys' universe, what's the point of introducing another suit that's stronger than Homelander? Like, it just feels like Homelander, he is like the main antagonist. He's the main threat. And it's like, if there's something, potentially more powerful than him out there, it's like, I really don't care right now.
And, they also got the prequel coming up with Soldier Boy and Stormfront.
That's right. Yeah. Which I think, if nothing else, I will have a very good laugh at that show. I think it'll be very, very hilarious. So.
I mean, they have to play it straight because Vought can't get outed in the fucking 70s or whatever.
Right. And anyone who does try to blow the whistle are going to get their brains blown out.
Yeah, they're going to get annihilated.
Yeah. I forgot about that prequel show. Yeah. I would like to see a season 2 of the animated show. What was it called? Diabolical.
Diabolical was great, man. I need another Justin Roiland episode.
Oh, shit.
Speaking of Justin Roiland, I just want to point out that I was at Atlanta Comic-Con a few weeks ago. And they had the voice actors for Summer there. And they also had the new voice actors for Rick and for Morty. And Summer had a line at her table. I didn't see a single person approach the Rick or the Morty table. Have you seen any of this most recent season?
Only some.
It's atrocious. It's like an unwatchable show now to me. Yeah.
You mean the one that came out like a year or two ago?
No. There's like one that's like recent. And it's real bad.
Oh, is it?
There's an episode with James Gunn and Zack Snyder in it.
I saw that clip. Yeah.
And it's like complete corporate bullshit. It's like completely it just feels grimy. You just don't even want to watch it. Yeah.
Really?
It feels corporate as fuck. Yeah.
Because I haven't seen Hurley. I've seen that clip, but I haven't seen any kind of like promo or hype, so I didn't even think that the season was out yet.
I went and watched the whole episode, and like there's this whole thing where Rick designs a machine to make a better movie than Zack Snyder or than James Gunn. And it's like supposed to be like this, like they're gonna pick at like the fanboys like not liking anything.
Yeah.
Like it's a cool concept that really could have like taken off, but like when you go and watch it, it feels like Space Jam 2.
Oh no.
You know, kind of where they're just like,
Yeah.
And I haven't watched any more of the season after that. Maybe that one episode is just awful, but it felt like it wasn't the same show at all.
You know, I started to feel that way during the previous season, and not that I thought it was bad. I just felt that like the show had peaked.
Yeah,
and
maybe it has.
Yeah, you know, and I mean, it had a good run. It's unfortunate that like apparently they had some disputes with Cartoon Network, and so it took a while for them between seasons at some points. But I mean, when they were on top, man, they were on top. Everybody was all about Rick and Morty.
Those first 3 seasons are damn near flawless.
Absolutely.
And I mean, that's more than most shows can say. Not everything's South Park.
Yeah.
You know, not everything's going to get season 29 or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
so I mean, not that I think the show is bad or anything. It's just, I think it maybe peaked already. Who knows?
Yeah, we're on the downswing.
Yeah. Man, what else do we have here?
Speaking of the downswing, we got a trailer for a new Batman animated movie.
I was afraid you were going to go here next.
Oh, man, that's weird that you're not excited for the new Batman animated movie.
It's just that I'm so excited for it that I didn't want to talk about it.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
I actually already messaged the homie Dylan and was like, you should probably join us for this one because, of his expert analytics ability.
Yeah. Yeah, Dylan would absolutely love this. Yeah. He would love it so much that he'd never come back on the podcast again.
What do you think about the trailer here?
So the trailer is for Aztec Batman, an upcoming animated film from DC Studios. It looks like shit. The premise could have been interesting, but it just looks... I don't know how this made it past discussion. I don't know how it got to be approved. I don't know how this thing got made. I want to say something good about this. I really do, but I got nothing. I really don't have anything. I think that there are so many cool Elseworld stories they could tell with Batman and with the DC universe, but this just ain't it. It was like a 2.5 minute trailer that felt like I saw damn near the whole movie. So you get to see Aztec Batman and you get to see Aztec Poison Ivy and Aztec Two-Face.
Aztec Joker.
And you also get to see that everybody speaks like perfect English, which is weird. So it's
it kind of, I'll be honest, it looks like the Suicide Squad Isekai with an Aztec skin on it.
Yeah, except I can't believe I'm saying this, but the animation looked way better in Isekai than this.
100%. The animation in Batman Ninja looks better.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The animation here looks... It damn near looked like claymation at points. Like, the way that the characters are moving and just, like, the lack of features on the drawings.
It looks like it was made in the United States in the 90s. And that was not a good time for animation in the United States.
Yeah, no. No, it looked like the animators for Johnny Quest had gotten lazy and fell asleep halfway through animating things.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like the damn animation from Cow and Chicken, and I like Cow and Chicken, but the animation style doesn't really suit a Batman story. Also, what the fuck? Why do we need this?
That part right there.
What's the point of this?
I thought that DC was at a point where like they can't afford to just throw money away.
Yeah, does James Gunn know about this? I mean, can he stop it?
Please. Like, I know we got a trailer. You can stop this. We're fine.
Maybe somebody was like, well, this is already like 100% done, like ready to go out the door. Be like, no, Batgirl, that shit.
Yeah.
Delete that.
Delete.
Delete.
A1.
Yeah, someone call Matt Hardy and delete this shit.
Oh, yeah. I want to have something good to say about this. I'm not looking forward to this movie. It doesn't even seem like it has anything to do with Batman. The only thing I can say is that, like, maybe this takes place on like Miyagami Island, which is like one of the islands that makes up Gotham. So maybe it takes place in like a more ancient version of that. And like there are cool things you can do, right? So like to give you guys some deep lore on Batman, like yes, there are a shit ton of bats in Gotham, and part of that is reason to believe that like the indigenous people who lived in that area of Gotham hundreds of years ago, they believed in like this bat deity named Barbatos, which they named, and this has been like an undergoing theme in DC Comics for a while, that there is this bat demon that lives there, and that it has inspired people over the years, to kind of do these things. Maybe it drove some people crazy, maybe it inspired other people, maybe this thing inspired Bruce Wayne, and so there's that underlying theme that they could have played with here, that this bat demon, whether it be real or myth, this thing inspired, these ancient Aztecs who for some reason live in this section of Gotham, Miyagami or wherever, and then maybe they use that to have that version of Batman. This movie doesn't seem to be leaning into any of that, so I don't know what they're doing.
They did reference a bat god, so
Okay.
maybe they are going to go that route.
Okay,
But here's the problem, folks: the Aztecs weren't any fucking where near where Gotham is supposed to be.
that part, yeah, that part right there, yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't be interested in this if they did this thing where, like, okay, this dude becomes this devout follower of Barbatos, and he wants to, like, take down, like, the fucking Spanish invaders or whatever the fuck. That would be fine. I'm not saying I'm sitting here clamoring for that, but I would watch it. But if you're just going to make that the backdrop for him to fight just Aztec skins of his existing rogue gallery,
Yeah.
I'm out. Unfortunately, we're going to have to fucking review this shit.
Yep. And that's all it is, folks. It's just going to be like a paint by the numbers type deal where we see Batman fight Joker and Two-Face and Poison Ivy, but it's got this ancient Aztec skin on it.
It's so crazy to me that DC Animation has essentially ceded the field to Marvel when this was absolutely their strong suit, right?
It got to a point where there was a time where like you wouldn't miss a DC animated movie, even if you didn't know what it was going to be about.
Yeah.
You would watch it because you knew it was going to be something quality.
And everything up to Apocalypse War was this incredibly cool, like, conjoined, awesome universe, like 28 fucking movies or something, just like this crazy good thing that everybody was really into. And then all of a sudden they were just like, fuck it. And then they just started doing the dumbest shit. And it's not that they started making like this stuff that wasn't interconnected or that was way more loosely interconnected. It's the fact that the quality was all over the place. And I mean like below 5, like on a scale of 10. It's like this would be a 1 and this would be a 5. But it didn't go any higher than that. It just went all over the place in the low bracket.
Yeah. It's not where you want to be.
And I'm not saying there weren't some good stuff in there. I think Long Halloween was in that.
Yeah, it was.
And then there's that Superman. It's like My Pal Superman or some shit like that.
Oh, yeah, the animated TV show.
And that's all like very. I haven't seen it, but I hear nothing but good things about it. It's like a Superman anime.
Yeah.
There's been some good stuff that got released, throughout this, but it's not the norm anymore. Now it's the exception to the rule.
Now it's this.
It's basically what Marvel was doing for the last 3 years in the cinema.
Just kind of wandering aimlessly is what DC Animation is doing. So at this point, I don't really know if anyone is excited for DC Animation. And again, it's just crazy because, as much shit as people give like the New 52, that era of New 52 animated movies where it was all intertwined and connected, and you got like the same style of animation for the most part, and like this underlying story, and
stellar, man.
yeah, it was great. It was, as a matter of fact, I would love to like collect those physically.
Yeah, they should have a box set with all that. Maybe they do, because I mean those things are incredible, man. Starting with
Justice League War.
Well, so that, I mean, actually, technically, it goes back even further because they did Flashpoint Paradox.
That's right.
They,
Yeah.
And then that led them into into Justice League War,
Right.
which was like the New 52.
Yep.
And then they ran that all all the way to the Justice League Apocalypse War, where Barry was like, "Oh no, this was me. I fucked up all of this.
Yeah, I did all this.
Oh no."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Well, can you fix it?" He was like, "Well, y'all gonna get deleted, but yeah, I'll fix it."
They were like, "What's the last part?" And he was already gone. Yeah.
Here's a newsflash. Ha, pun. He didn't fix it. He fucked it up worse.
He made it worse. He made it so much worse.
I'm excited for Creature Commando season 2.
Oh yeah, same.
If we're getting that, because Creature Commandos was dope.
It was. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But in terms of the animated movies, if excuse me, if this is what we have to look forward to, I not that stoked.
Yeah.
Not that stoked.
Whew.
Boy. So yeah, folks, be sure to check out Aztec Batman when that comes out.
Or wait for us to watch it, and we will shield you from yet another 2 hours of suffrage.
You know, we had the Dylan on for Fantastic Four, so I mean he's due for another bad one.
Yeah, he was on for a really good one.
Yeah.
He says we only ever let him review bad things,
right?
And that's blatantly false. Wasn't he on for a Rebirth as well?
He was.
Yeah, that movie's like a 7. That counts. It's a thumbs up.
Yeah, it's a thumb.
If the only thumbs are up or down, it's an up.
That's it's extremely limiting.
That's that Rotten Tomatoes. The popcorn meter was decent. To bring us up from that note here, this is going to be a huge thing that's going to be out later this year, to the point that I think everybody is running from it and making sure they don't release anything right in this time. The last month of the year, essentially, is the finale of Stranger Things.
You know, that is that's one of the things that I'm really looking forward to in like the latter half of this year.
You seen the trailer?
I have not.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. It's bonkers. It's kind of like the Peacemaker. You see a bunch of stuff and you're like, I don't know. This all looks cool, but I don't know what it has to do with anything.
Stranger Things, I'll be honest, they didn't even have to release a trailer.
They didn't.
They don't have to.
Honestly, if I was them, I probably would have released a very short teaser with the logo, and that would be it. I mean, they really didn't have to show anything.
Yeah.
I think this, and I would not want to be the Duffer Brothers right now, because I think this has got to be the most hyped TV event of all time. I mean,
not to curse them, but the hype for this is similar to like hype during peak Game of Thrones. Like you think about the hype going into like the last season of Game of Thrones, people were ready to see what happens, and hopefully we get a different outcome.
It's very bold for them to release it on New Year's Day. I guess they're like, everybody will be off work.
Yeah.
And so like everybody will just binge this shit.
But again, it's Stranger Things. Like, you know what your audience is in terms of numbers and dedication. They're gonna show up regardless.
Yeah. And like, it doesn't matter. They're not, like, this is the last season anyway. You done paid for it, Netflix.
Yeah.
It is risky though, right? Because the way they're splitting it, I think it's like the day after Black Friday, they're releasing, I think, the first 6, and don't quote me here on this because it's been a while since I read this. And then I think there's 2 or 3 episodes coming like the day after Christmas or Christmas Eve, and then New Year's Day is the finale, and it's going to be like 2.5 to 3 hours.
Here's what I don't like about this. That format makes it so hard to review.
Yeah, it does. Because we're going to have to review it in chunks.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we can't sit down and review the whole thing and then wrap up the series as a whole in one episode.
Well, that does give us 2 hours to talk about the finale, though.
It does.
And it seems like we might need it.
Yeah. Oh, boy. Another show that I'm actually looking forward to is the It prequel show. I think it's called Welcome to Derryville.
Welcome to Derry.
Yeah, Welcome to Derry, yeah. I've always really been intrigued by this aspect of like Stephen King stuff.
Yeah.
I was a fan of the Bill Skarsgård movies. I really like those a whole bunch. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing what this show is like. I think it takes place in 1962.
Oh,
Yeah, because like it comes out like every 27 years, something like that. And I didn't know this actually going into it, but apparently, yeah, Bill Skarsgård is back as Pennywise in this.
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, yeah. That comes out around the Halloween season, which is perfect for it. So, looking forward to that.
Absolutely.
We haven't talked about this. This is actually some news that came out a few weeks ago, but there have been some departments in the creative team for the Last of Us TV show.
Oh, have we not talked about this?
We have not.
Oh, because we've been so busy.
Yes.
Yeah. We you're gonna have to clip this. Yeah. Fuck you, Neil Druckmann. Yeah. I've made the decision to step away from the TV show. Yeah, I bet you found out that your shitty ideas don't work in live action either.
So here is like the crazy thing, right? I have a few thoughts on this, and they all just kind of go everywhere. One thought,
Pop off.
and this is a Hail Mary of a thought. So I actually have been sitting back down and forcing myself to play through the second game again. It is long as fuck. Holy, I shit you not. I'm about, just for context, guys. I'm a comfort player. So when I play a video game, I don't rush. I just kind of take my time and just wander around, do whatever. I think it took me on average 14 to 16 hours to beat the first one.
Right.
And that's, again, with me just kind of chilling. I think if you want to rush through, you can get it done in like 8. But for me, 14 to 16 hours it takes me to beat the first one. I am currently 29 hours into the second game, and I have not got to the first Abby and Ellie fight yet.
How many hours of fun would you say you've had?
So here's the thing. The gameplay and just the graphical look of it, I've always said it is very fun. The problem is, though, with the pacing of it and with the length of this game, I'm like, can I just get to the next story beat? Like, you go from fighting group of infected, group of wolves, group of scars and infected, group of scars and group of wolves at the same time. And it's just like, there's just so much that they just pad you down with. Think of it like when an open world game just has a bunch of shit for you to do, but none of it's really content.
Yeah,
it's kind of the same thing here, and I mean, like, not even trying to nitpick the game, just being objective here. Like, the gameplay is fun, but there's just so much of it that could be cut. There's moments of it that are really fun and good, like the Rat King stuff is still really good. I love that fight, but man, like, there's just so much content there that just doesn't need to be here. It's filler. I say all that to say this: the game is still too fucking long, and like the length of it really drags down the pacing a whole lot, and that is like turning my brain off and buying into the story that they're trying to tell me here.
Right.
But anyways, I say all that to say this: I would be considered a madman if I said that maybe the Last of Us TV show. It's just a psyop by Neil Druckmann to get people to appreciate the game more. Because that's all it did. After all this shit I just said about Part 2 video game, I'm like, this is still way better than the TV show. Way better.
Do you think David Zaslav, came down personally and went, "You're out. We're leaving this shit in Craig's hands"?
Here's the thing, right? And I hate to say this, but like the people who love the Last of Us 2 video game, they also hate the TV show.
yeah.
Which is hilarious, right?
It's like the meme where everybody's got the hands in, It's like people who don't like The Last of Us, people who don't like The Last of Us 2, people who love The Last of Us 2.
Right.
We're all like, fuck season 2 of the TV show.
Yes.
Even the rare person like me who thinks even the first game is just okay, loves season 1 of the show. Mm-hmm. I think season 1 of the show is actually superior to the game. And there are other people who feel that way. I think it's a fucking amazing season of television. we really, 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 really hoped they were going to fucking pivot
Yeah.
for season 2, but they just doubled down, and that's Neil Druckmann, because Craig Mazin has no dedication to this shit.
That's the thing, right? So, like, what people who love the game are saying, and I don't want to agree with them, but it is somewhat of a valid argument, and they're like, why would Neil do such a pivot where it's way worse than what it is in his own game? And I don't have an answer for that.
I don't think they did. I just think what they're doing doesn't work
in television.
Like all the backtracking and all that. And also, you also have to remember, when I just asked you, like, how much fun are you having? You were like, well, the gameplay is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the TV show is just the story without that. It doesn't have any of the gameplay.
Yeah. And then also, like, I realized, man, like, even if you cut out the gameplay, like, how much time does this game take? Because I just told you I'm 29 hours into this goddamn game, and I'm nearing the halfway point, So it's long as fuck, boy.
I mean, even with no gameplay, they're 7 hours into season 2, and they still haven't got to the Abby and Ellie fight either.
Yeah, I can tell you now, as someone who has recently played this section of the game, when we pick up with season 3, whenever that comes out, we will not get that fight. We're gonna go right into the Abby backstory, leading up until when she runs into Ellie in the theater, and that's where season 3 is gonna end.
They have to at least give us the fight at the end of season 3.
I don't know, bro.
Like, and I feel like we may be looking at a scenario where that's it. Like, they may just right there.
They might
just have the fight and like have whoever's gonna win, and then that's it. Roll credits.
That would be wild.
I mean, they may not get a season 4.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not guaranteed a season 4.
Yeah,
dude, I'm telling you, I fucking went from people raving about the first episode of season 2. I thought it was garbage. I was like, how do we have filler in a 7-episode season? Or was it 6? Was it 7?
It's one of the two.
Either way. You got a 40-hour video game you're trying to tell us a story of, at least a third of it, and you're wasting an hour? Okay, cool. The second episode I thought was really good, but then I was like, well, there goes the TV show. And I remember reading this fucking article. And I'm not letting Craig Mazin off the hook. He was in the room talking about this too. But it was mainly Neil Druckmann who was like, people thought that they weren't going to let us kill Joel. That HBO wasn't going to let us do that. This is the network that killed Ned Stark in season 1 of Game of Thrones, and you guys thought that they weren't going to let us kill Joel. And then it was like, right after that, it was like ratings declined like 70%.
Yeah.
And I was like, where's the chuckles, Neil?
Yeah. And that's the thing that's so frustrating about Neil Druckmann in the Last of Us series. There were half a dozen other ways to tell the story that he wants to tell that would not be so damn inflammatory.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
And like we said before, if the game was so divisive, then the TV show, which is objectively worse, is going to be way more divisive. So
yeah.
It's just a weird thing to do, man. I don't know where the Last of Us TV series goes from here. If they stick to their guns, then yeah, they have at least 2 more seasons of material to get through. They still have way more characters. And here's the thing, right? Playing through the Abby backstory, which is where I'm still at. You play as Abby so goddamn much in this game, I forgot. But where I'm at, man, all of her friends have been killed at this point, and you can doing her backstory and all that. I don't give a fuck about her friends. I don't.
Or her.
Or her. And that's what I'm saying. And I only care about Abby in so much that I want Ellie to kill her.
And the thing that I really hate about the show too is like the actresses they got to play both characters are incredible.
Yeah.
But Bella Ramsey is getting a ton of fucking hate. Mm-hmm. And the actress that's playing Abby, I think, is killing it with the material she's been given. But as we've seen from Fan Forstick, you can't cast your way out of a shitty script.
Yep. And
this was fucked from jump,
Mm-hmm.
like,
oh yeah,
like you're trying to, it's layered in this instance. You're trying to write your way out of a shitty idea. And then you're trying to cast your way out of your shitty writing. That's shitty because of the shitty idea that you're writing is trying to support.
Yeah. So here's what I think that might have happened here. I think that Craig noticed that, okay, in game 2, Ellie is just this one-note rage monster. And she is. However, in them trying to pivot, they made something worse.
Yeah.
And poor Bella, she has to deal with the backlash of that. I mean, because in season 2 of the TV show, Ellie is very much, one moment she's angry, and then the next moment she's fucking taking in the sights. Yeah. You know, just having a good old time. And it's so wishy-washy. And I'm like, you pivoted from the game, which is good, but this is worse.
If there was a 2-pound hammer over here, and I just grabbed it and caved your knee in with it, you're not going to wait 30 to 60 days to be upset with me.
Right. Like, maybe Caleb had a valid reason to hit me in the knee.
Yeah. You're not going to be like, you know, like the first thing you're going to do is probably like, while the adrenaline is still running, you probably don't get some hits in anyway. And then, as you're beating the shit out of me, you're gonna be like, "Call me a motherfucking ambulance." And then, like, when you get out of the hospital, you probably don't beat my ass again. Like, yeah, I mean, you're not gonna wait and then just decide later that you're angry. And I'm not saying that Bella's not pissed like when it happens, because obviously she played that so well.
Yeah.
But then it's like, got out of the hospital. We're all cool. You know, we're good now. And it's like, okay, she's just playing that up so they'll let her out. You know, cool. But then it's like the council meeting or whatever. Like, I thought the letter was cool, but it's just like, it's just, she's whoever the plot just needs her to be that week.
Exactly, yeah.
It doesn't make any fucking sense.
It doesn't. It doesn't. And it's to the point where, like, I can't believe I'm saying this. But what they're doing with Ellie shits on Neil's whole idea for what he wants to do for the finale of the game.
Yeah.
Which is, he wants, by the end of the game, the whole idea, guys, is that you're like, oh man, maybe Ellie has it wrong. Like, she's going about this the wrong way. Man, maybe Abby, she really had a good point here. And so he wants you to have a change of heart about the characters.
But it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
It didn't happen in the game. It's definitely not going to work here.
Yeah.
Nobody that I know has played the game and been like, yeah, you know, fuck it. You know, fuck Ellie. Abby was the business. Nobody's like that.
Who said that?
No one. Yeah. No one. And so, even people who like the game aren't there, you know? So it's like, that's never going to happen in the TV show because she's much more endearing in the TV show. Right. They still wanted her to have that quality. Yeah. And she does. It's just, it doesn't make any sense now.
Yeah. And that's all it is. And, you know, so there are things that I still like. I mean, Dina, I think, is consistently good in both the TV show and the game.
Isabella Merced, fucking killing it in damn near everything right now.
Yeah. I mean, she's been making some groundwork, man. She's been killing it out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot, because she gave birth to the giant creepy alien baby, didn't she?
Yep, she did, Romulus. In Romulus.
Yeah.
That's actually a thing we didn't talk about. Alien Earth is coming out.
Alien Earth? What is that?
Oh, fuck. Oh, so this is like legit, like, I think it's going to be on Sci-Fi, so it's already problematic. But they're making kind of a big deal about it. So it's exactly what it sounds like. Essentially, like, a couple xenomorphs get onto the planet.
I don't think we've ever seen xenomorphs on Earth.
We have not. Nope. This will be the first time.
Wow.
So.
But sci-fi?
Yeah. So it's kind of like, you know, when they roll up to Earth in the end of, like, Alien Resurrection, is there an Earth? Like, is the Earth just in ruins? Did the xenomorphs fuck it up? Like, are they just being like, are they just going to roll up and be like, hey, guys, you never believe what the fuck happened to us? Get back on the ship?
Yeah. Nope. I feel like we got a deleted scene, maybe in Resurrection, where they do make it back, and like Earth is just a fucking dumpster.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
That could be why.
That could be why. That's interesting, man, because I've been really anxious to see what happens next in the Alien franchise. Hopefully it's good. I mean, if it is, I'll definitely check it out.
Yeah,
you know. Oh,
But that sci-fi label,
yeah, that hurts it, man.
it does.
Yeah.
You just know there's going to be a certain level of cringe to it.
Yeah, man.
Like I could never watch that Krypton show.
Right. And
I heard it was good too.
Yeah, I heard it was all right.
But I just can't.
Yeah, I'm like, I forget that's still a channel,
Yeah, man. This is random as fuck. But I talked about that Krypton show. But Russell Crowe was like, I think my favorite Jor-El. Man, he was amazing.
Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
He was a good Jor-El. I like the way that he was presented here, especially like AI Jor-El.
Yeah.
But I like Jor-El before he got obliterated by planet explosion.
Yeah, for sure. I think that is my favorite Jor-El. That might be my only thing, other than maybe Michael Shannon's Zod, that I prefer out of the Snyder Superman.
I don't know if we're ever getting a better Zod. That's gonna be tough.
Yeah, that is gonna be really difficult.
I would be interested to see more of Bradley Cooper's Jor-El.
Yeah. Well, he don't speak English, so
that's true. Yeah, that'd be a problem.
Well, they can always just do the whole. I gotta if they were to bring him back, I have a fucking Kryptonian translator.
Yeah.
I know I kind of sound similar to Rocket Raccoon, but
yeah,
that's just the thing people tell me all the time.
Like, who the fuck is Rocket Raccoon? Don't worry about it. Oh shit. Yeah. That had me thinking about something. I mean, so they could bring him back because I was actually talking about like a prequel, like before Krypton explodes. If we saw that version of Jor-El,
that would be cool.
Yeah, but I mean, there's also a version of Jor-El that comes back in like the more modern-ish comics, the ones that came out maybe 8 years ago, where like I forget how he is alive or how he was brought back, but he comes back under a new identity. I think Mr. Oz, is that his name? But for the longest time, you don't know who it is, and then you figure out, oh, it's Jor-El, and he's trying to take Clark's son. We've had some of that go on in cinema here recently.
Yeah.
Anywho,
well, I gotta say, James Gunn has been kind of cryptic, where he's like, oh, we definitely want to get David Cornsweet back in front of the camera as soon as possible. It's making bank. But, kind of what he said about it was, oh, well, the next time you see Superman probably won't be in a direct Superman sequel necessarily. So does that mean that they have a Justice League type thing coming up? I don't think so. I think it's too soon for that. Mm-hmm. But I would love for them to, actually, if Brave and the Bold hits it off, do like a Superman, Batman, Public Enemies type thing, where they don't fight in the movie. and if they do, then it's just like a very quick thing at the beginning, and even then, like, Batman would be smart enough not to fight this motherfucker.
Right. Yeah.
Because Bruce Wayne has to know who he is. He's on the fucking news.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne's probably already figured out that he's Clark Kent.
Absolutely. I was kind of hoping that they drop, Wayne Tech in the Superman movie.
Yeah.
And I can definitely see Lex being like, well, as long as our profit just without that fucking Wayne Tech, then we're good.
Yeah.
That would have been great. Casting the right Batman, this Superman movie makes it that much more difficult.
Jensen Ackles has been thrown around a lot.
I've been hearing his name being thrown around, I guess, for years at this point now.
Well, there's the joke in Supernatural where he gets the rabbit's foot, the lucky rabbit's foot, and he like annihilates some motherfuckers because he has like the power of luck, and then he goes, "I'm Batman."
Yeah.
And then he voiced Jason Todd.
Yep.
In Under the Red Hood.
Yep.
And then he later went on to voice Batman in a couple of animated things. Mm-hmm. So it's not that much of a stretch. I think he would do a good job. Obviously, you need an older Batman.
Because he has Damian.
Yeah. So,
he's been Batmaning for at least 10 years.
Yeah, so he's got to be at least a somewhat older Batman. Mm-hmm. But I don't think they want to go the route that they went with Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Because, Batfleck was like old.
He was like, they started from the end there, and that was kind of my problem from the beginning with that version. It's not that I didn't think that Ben could do a good job, but it's like, man, where do you go after Dark Knight Returns?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you can't start here.
Yeah. So casting Batman is such a huge undertaking, and that's why I say like it's even more difficult than casting Superman at this point, just because he has to be able to play off of Damian. He has to be able to obviously play off of like Alfred and Gordon, people like that. He has to be able to play Bruce Wayne. He has to be able to play off of Superman. Like, this guy has got to have chemistry with everybody.
Yeah.
You know?
And they have to cast a Damian. Mm-hmm. That's tough, man, because you need a child actor that's believable, but who also can, like, toe the line of, like, being a little shit, but you also don't want to see them murdered.
Yeah.
Which Damien doesn't do that second part for me anyway, but...
Oh, come on. I think the trick is to make him unintentionally funny.
Right, yeah.
That's what comes from Damien. Like, what animated movie was it? When Bruce, he was on his way, I think, to have a date with Selena, and he gets a phone call from Damien, and Damien's like, "Father, where are you?" And Bruce is like, "Damien, I told you I have this meeting with Selena." And Damien's like, "Well, remember we're protection, Father." And like,
yeah,
like, shit like that is great.
Yeah, I think that was in Son of Batman.
I feel like that was Son of Batman,
or Batman versus Robin. Either way,
yeah, one of those two.
I love the interactions between him and Dick Grayson.
I was going to say that.
Obviously, I think they've said that Nightwing is going to be in that movie in Brave and the Bold.
Yeah. So
that's another casting that they have to get right.
Yeah.
And please don't fuck that up, James Gunn. Do not, under any circumstances, make a joke out of Dick Grayson. I will be very upset. I will turn my back on your DCU in a heartbeat.
Yeah, hopefully he's well aware of like the popularity of Dick Grayson. You can't fuck that up.
They've really squandered that a lot. You know, the word out that is out there that they're kind of fast tracking. I don't like that term, and neither does James Gunn. Yeah. A Wonder Woman movie too. So, I mean, honestly, to me, DCU, you know, to bring us full circle here, there's two big questions I got to answer, and you brought up one of them. Is like, okay, everything we've seen so far, literally directed and written by James Gunn. Can you guys still deliver quality when James Gunn is just, you know, advising? He's just got his finger on the pulse, and he's not in the driver's seat. That's problem number one. Number two is you got to nail. You've got Superman. Now you got to nail Batman. Yep. You have to get a Batman and also a Damian somehow. I think with starting with Brave and the Bold, I think that is very brave and bold. I feel like it's a tough sell. And then you also have to get Diana as well, which there were some casting rumors. Who was that?
Yeah, I saw somebody who was rumored. I don't remember who.
They were in something recently that was really good. Yeah, I don't remember. But
Daisy Ridley.
No, I said they were in something good.
Jeez, imagine that, right? Like just thinking, man, well, whoever they kid, it can't be worse than Gal Gadot, and it's like Daisy Ridley's the new Wonder Woman.
Oh my God. Yeah. Call me Gal Gadot the way I don't know how to act right now. You know, speaking of Daisy Ridley, Lucasfilm also skipped San Diego Comic-Con, and
even though George Lucas was there,
fucking there, and they ain't say not one fucking thing about this Rey movie they got coming out. The only Star Wars anything that's like known to be in production right now is Mandalorian Grogu and Ahsoka Season 2. Apparently, Hayden Christensen has had to cancel quite a few appearances because he's filming for Ahsoka Season 2, which leads me to believe that they actually are going to have... He's going to have a lot more than just an extended cameo in this.
That's dope.
I think they're really going to go into the Mortis stuff. We're at fucking 2 hours. I can pigeonhole us. So the whole idea behind the Mortis thing, have you seen this? You heard about this? You know about this? So the whole Mortis thing is Mortis is supposed to be like the very center of the galaxy. It's supposed to be like the source of the Force, basically.
Oh, okay.
And inside of Mortis, there is like this family that's supposed to represent the different aspects of the Force. So you have like the father, and he's like supposed to represent like the balance of the Force. And then you have the son and the daughter, and the son is supposed to represent the darkness, and the daughter is supposed to represent the light. And the little bird that you see following Ahsoka at the end of season 1, she's actually resurrected by the daughter in the Clone Wars, and that's why it's a little like owl thing. I forget what the name of it is. Don't come at me, Star Wars people. I know you guys are on me. Okay, I just I don't remember the thing right off the top of my head right now. So essentially, like, they think they're going to really delve into this in Ahsoka, because in that Clone Wars series, it's a very famous section of Clone Wars. They did like several episodes of it. The father actually tells Anakin that he will replace him eventually. And so that is kind of the thought process that Hayden Christensen will have a major role, is that he actually will replace the father. The other interesting thing is, I think they actually kill, I don't remember, it's been several years since I watched this. I think they actually kill the son in the show.
Damn.
And the rumor is that Sam Witwer will be reprising his role as Star Killer.
What?
And that he will be the new son for the show. Now that's just complete rumor. There's nothing to that necessarily. But Lucasfilm is working with him on an animated Maul show, because he also voices Darth Maul.
Yeah.
So,
bro, didn't you meet him like a few months ago? You didn't ask him?
He can't tell me any shit like that.
I know, you can still ask him.
That's true. But yeah, I did meet him, and he's gonna be at Dragon Con, actually.
Is he?
Yeah, so you can ask him when we see him.
Oh, I feel like you should ask him,
because we have that rapport.
Yeah.
Kind of like me and Michael Rosenbaum.
Exactly, like how he told you.
No. Yeah, Michael Rosenbaum told me censored. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He told me. Homies, we had the AI write us an episode.
A couple, actually. Right?
I wish we could read it to you.
Oh,
there were some little tidbits that the AI threw in there that were fucking amazing to me.
It was, yeah.
One of them was Brendan's muffles.
That was hilarious. How did it? Yeah,
that shit
great.
Killed me, dog.
Yeah.
So because this will never happen, I hope. Unless it. So basically the basis of this is, there's this alternate timeline where sometime in like 2030, Dylan chooses Human Centipede as his throwback pick, and the homie Dylan leads the episand where him, and Brendan review
Human Centipede.
Human Centipede. and the shit was hilarious. We also did another one where it was like me, you, Dylan, and Oz reviewing Fanforstic, and the accuracy in that one was bonkers.
It was, yeah. That one was really disturbing because it was crazy accurate.
Oz even went on like a long tirade, like he really did,
like he really actually would. And he called Fanforstic Dr. Doom a melted trash bag.
Which I hate that we didn't do that.
I know. Like, fuck, man. Like, AI knows us better than us. Like, it's not right.
Yeah. Oh, I wish we could give those to you guys somehow, but they were fucking hilarious.
They were. And that's the scary thing about it, man. There is hundreds and hundreds of hours of us out there. Thousands at this point, really.
It does make me feel good to know that the AI still does a pretty shitty job of it. Like, at the end of the day.
Yes.
Because the Human Centipede episode, not only would it not happen, but if Dylan ever came in here that upbeat, I would probably leave. Like, just from being alarmed.
Yeah. Like, something ain't right here.
Yeah, I was like, I think I may have wandered into an alternate universe that's just one over from ours, and everything is the same except this.
And also, like, Dylan would choose some type of anime.
Yeah.
That would be the easy layup if I were AI.
The only way he picks this is if, like, he's gone full supervillain from reviewing shitty things.
Yep. Like the throwback war is back on in full effect.
Yeah, you're just gonna have like Never Ending Story 3. You're gonna have fucking Independence Day 2.
Yeah,
you're gonna have Human Centipede.
Just like the shittiest movies you can think of in rotation.
One of us will pick the 86 Transformers again, but for different reasons than it was picked the first time.
Brendan's still the only one who likes it.
We watch it while he's not here. Yeah. That's the missile.
That's fucking excellent.
Somebody picks Eternals.
Oh my gosh. Oh please. Oh fuck.
Oh man, I wonder how far we are from Crystal Skull being eligible.
Oh no, that came out in 2008.
Oh yeah, so it's not too far. You got like 12 years or so?
Yeah, that's still too soon.
It's too soon, yeah. Because you and Oz haven't seen it, right?
I haven't seen all of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen enough. just like WWE, you've seen enough.
You've seen enough.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, there was a passing. Recently in the world of wrestling. The icon known as Terribilia, a.k.a. Hulk Hogan, has passed away at the age of 71.
I'm going to quote Mark Henry on this. And it's actually Mark Henry quoting someone else.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So what Mark Henry said was, in the immortal words of the Iron Sheik, fucking the Hulk Hogan.
Yeah, and fuck anyone who has the audacity to tell me that how I need to feel in wake of Hogan's passing.
Let me just say this. Hulk Hogan, and you know what? Like, whenever I see people being like, oh my God, he was my childhood hero, blah, blah, it makes me want to delete all my social media. It makes me want to move to another planet. Because I'm just like, this motherfucker was the most selfish, fucking self-serving, like, people will be like, oh, he did so much for wrestling, blah, blah, blah. Listen, there is a horrible fucking human being that did a lot for pro wrestling, but his name is Vince McMahon.
Yes.
Hulk Hogan never did a fucking thing for pro wrestling that didn't benefit him over everyone else.
Bingo.
He fucking shit all over the product in 2002. He shit all over the product in fucking 1980 whatever. He shit all over the product anytime he was on it within that time frame. Go watch the fucking Dark Side of the Ring, Bash at the Beach 2000 episode and tell me that Hulk Hogan isn't the problem there. This man was the problem. Like, yes, did he bring a lot of popularity over to WCW because of what Vince McMahon built him into? Like, obviously, I'm not saying Vince McMahon could have taken, say, Lex Luger and made him that popular. We know he couldn't have because he tried.
He tried, yeah.
And it didn't work. I'm not saying the man didn't have any charisma. I'm saying the man had charisma, and he was a fucking monster.
Yeah.
And I don't owe him... I have the same level of respect for him today, after his passing, that I did 3 weeks ago, which is none. And I'm not under any obligation to change that because he is gone.
Yeah, I don't think I could have put that any better. I hate the notion of people saying that now's not the time to beat him down. When is the time?
Yeah.
Like, when is the time to judge the measure of the man by his actions?
And I haven't changed my tune about Hogan at all.
Yeah.
It's not like I was like, hey, Hulk Hogan, and then like as soon as he died, I was like, oh, he's gone. Fuck him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Exactly, right? Like we have been nothing if not consistent about Hogan. It's just that why bring him up? And the thing of it also is like people are like, you shouldn't judge him by the mistakes that he made. Like you don't. A mistake would be if I stepped on Caleb's foot. That's a mistake.
Yeah,
like calling an entire race of people the hard ER. That's not a mistake. That's a conscious choice.
And it's not even so much that he did that. I mean, obviously that is horrific, right? But like, it's the fact that like once he got caught doing it, he got kicked out of WWE, and then when he came back to WWE, the speech he gave to the locker room wasn't about how he was wrong or how it was wrong of him to use those words or how nobody should ever say those words. No, it wasn't about any of that. It wasn't about how he has changed as a person. You know what his speech was about to the locker room? It was watch what you say because you never know when you're being recorded. It wasn't don't do this. It was don't get caught.
Yep.
And that's just one instance of the many, many things that this dude has done to shit on humanity, much less pro wrestling.
You mentioned earlier about how he's just self-serving to the max. We didn't even talk about the fact that he basically ruined unionization for pro wrestlers.
Yeah.
Jesse Ventura was really onto something, and he obviously couldn't let Vince in on this. All of the boys knew. All the boys wanted to unionize. All the boys wanted better care for themselves because I don't know if you guys know this or not, man, but wrestlers, especially at that time, they lived rough.
Yeah.
It was rough. And
it's still rough today, but it's heaven on earth compared to back then.
Absolutely.
I mean, John Cena tells a story. I mean, John Cena was breaking into the business in like 2000, 2001.
Yep.
John Cena tells a story about how there's a restaurant that he used to go into, and they had a contest where you got like this big ass like 40-inch pizza, and if you could eat the whole thing, you got it for free. And so he would just go in there every day and do the thing because he didn't have any money. Until finally the owner was just like, dude, I'll slide you a couple slices of pizza, man. You don't have to eat the whole thing.
But back then, like those guys worked 5-6 days a week. Sometimes back then they worked sometimes double shots, like 2 shows in a day.
Yeah.
Just to get tapings in.
And they didn't make that much money. I mean,
no.
Ric Flair talks about how he made more money on his marijuana deal with him and Mike Tyson had. He made more money in the first year of that than his entire wrestling career. That is absurd.
That is crazy.
Now, granted, Rick talks about like how, when he was at his peak, that was before the big, huge paydays. That was when it was like, okay, well, you were being paid well, but it wasn't like, there wasn't wrestlers signing multi-million-dollar contracts and stuff like today,
And it's also kind of wild how Ric Flair has outlived Hulk Hogan.
Yeah. He's brought that shit up for sure.
Absolutely.
I especially want to bring this up too because Hulk Hogan was on, what's the kind of redneck guy? He's got a big podcast.
There's a few of those.
Something Vaughn.
Theo Vaughn's
podcast.
The comedian.
Yeah. And he was talking about, I'm real worried about Rick because I don't think I ever seen him drink any water until a few years ago. And then, he got sick and was in the hospital and I'm worried about him because and I think he's back on the stuff now. And I'm like, well, motherfucker, like you were clearly not the person to be giving him advice.
Right.
I mean, apparently Hogan had like, I think his daughter said like almost 50 surgeries.
Damn.
Yeah.
I knew he had a lot, but shit.
And I think he had one like about a month ago that like failed.
Yeah.
And
he was recovering, supposed to be recovering, but never officially recovered, I guess.
I mean, here's the thing, folks. Being in good shape doesn't do you a whole lot of good if you do steroids for 30 years.
Absolutely. And people get fitness and health confused. Like those are 2 separate things,
Yep.
But both are good. Both are important, but they are completely separate things.
Yeah, I mean, now granted, this is America.
Yeah.
Like, out of the top 10 things that'll kill you, obesity is like a main primary cause of like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
So, yeah, obviously, being in shape is definitely a good thing, but that doesn't necessarily mean you're healthy. Like,
Yeah.
you can be in good shape and do like 6 lines of Coke every day.
Yeah. That may help you.
Yeah, that may help you stay in shape. That's not going to be a good long-term solution.
Right. But yeah, I guess just to close out the Hogan segment, I just wanted to say my favorite Hogan lie, and there's so many to choose from.
Oh, there's so many.
I think my favorite one would be when he said that one year he worked like 370 days in a year.
Yeah.
Because of all the time zone jumps of him going back and forth from Japan and America wrestling. And apparently no one told this man that's not how time zones work.
No. No.
What's another one? Also, I think him and he said that him and John Belushi partied after, I think, WrestleMania 2 or 3.
But John Belushi was already
He was
dead.
already dead, yeah.
Way before that. My favorite Hulk Hogan fuck up is actually the Bam Margera bit. Have you seen that?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that Bam Margera flipped it after he died?
This is great.
Yeah, which is hilarious. So he made this like tweet a few years ago, and he was like, this is random as fuck, by the way, because I never even knew that him and Bam knew each other.
Right.
But he was like, yeah, man, Bam Margera, wish you were here, brother. Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan or whatever. And Bam Margera replied and was like, I'm alive, brother. Miss you too. Like, that was so good.
And so after Hogan passed, Bam Margera made that same post.
Yeah.
Oh,
The internet is good. Like that day, I saw somebody had either AI or photoshopped, and it was Samuel L. Jackson's character from Django, and he was holding them or whatever. Yeah. So fucking good.
Oh man. So I said that to say this, right? It's obviously Hogan had a huge impact on professional wrestling and the fans. There are millions and millions of people out there who love and attribute their love of wrestling to Hogan. And if you want to do that, that is fine and dandy. You do you. You are allowed to like what you like. Homie rule number 10. However, that does not disqualify the man from all the evil and just straight up vile shit that he did. And Caleb and I, we are practitioners of keeping that same energy. So
yeah, I mean, I heard somebody say, well, Hulk Hogan, was an amazing character that was played by the horrible actor Terry Bollea. I'm like, all right, well, speak that same way about Chris Benoit then.
yeah.
Oh, you don't want to do that?
Do that. yeah. You kind of see here?
Yeah. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, because I don't want to wrap up on Benoit or Hogan.
Yeah, we've already had to do that on a podcast twice before.
Yeah. Just really quick here, just going to run down a few things here referring to the MCU. So apparently there is a 7-year plan. And that 7-year plan has to include the mutant saga. One would have to assume.
Yeah, which is going to be Phase 7, I would assume.
Yeah.
Because Phase 6 seems like it's going to be from Fantastic Four to the end of Secret Wars.
Yes. What do you think about this rumor going around that Kevin Feige only has 2 more years and then he's out?
So you think into Secret Wars and then he's...
Mm-hmm. And he's laid the groundwork. He's left the notes for them for the next, I guess, 5 years after that.
Who takes his place?
No idea.
Kathleen
Kennedy.
Oh, God. I mean, obviously, like, one would think they would want Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
To step in.
But he's got his hands full already, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, I wonder, though, if he's going to go, if he's going to do Mandalorian and Grogu and then step away and go, all right, well.
He'd be a good choice.
Then I'm going to go back home to Marvel. Mm-hmm. If it's not him, then I become progressively worried as we go beyond that. Unless, they've just signed a huge deal with the Russos, and then the Russos are going to do it. I mean, I would be up for that. With the Russos, man, I kind of feel like they went out and tried to do their own thing, and it didn't work out.
That's what it seems like. But, man, that, like, everything they did seemed like a passion project that didn't really pan out the way they wanted it to.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. If their heart's not in it, then I want them to go off and do what they want to do.
Yeah.
But if they feel vigor working in the MCU, then yeah, I would love for them to stay.
That's kind of how I feel about it with most people who could possibly do that job. Mm-hmm. You know, it's I'll be honest, like I would not mind them having like a couple of people maybe fill that role, like, you know, have some of your maybe big directors, like if it's like, you know, Matt Shackman and what's the guy that's doing X-Men, the guy that did Thunderbolts? I don't know off the top of my head, but maybe it's like the two of them and the Russos, you know, like are on it. I mean, that's what DC, they've got James Gunn and Peter Safran. Mm-hmm. That maybe, you know, something like that. I don't know, man. It's easy to look at Kevin Feige and go, you know, he's only going to do this for a couple more years. Isn't he in his 50s, though?
Yeah.
Here's something you got to remember about Kevin Feige, right? This motherfucker has been in this game his entire life.
Yes.
He doesn't know anything else. Might he just retire? Sure. Does he maybe want to go direct his Star Wars movie that he never got? I don't know. Does he want to do something else? But here's the thing, man. He has been in the Marvel Hollywood game forever. I mean, you go back and look at, I think he's a producer on the original X-Men movie from like 2000s.
He smoked in comic books.
The Spider-Man movies, the old ones, like the originals. Kevin Feige didn't just pop up in 2008. He has been there for the ride for this entire like resurgence of comic book movies over the last 25 years.
In 2014, Amy Pascal threw a sandwich at him.
Yeah.
He's been here for a long time.
Long time. I don't know. I think I think if he leaves, I think he does Secret Wars, and I think he sticks around for X-Men and then dips. But I think Disney would be a fool to let him go. Like, obviously, if he's just like, I've been doing this shit for 40 years, I'm fucking done. Like, I can't do it anymore. I'm out. I'm burnt out. Sure. Or, you know, if the MCU just can't recover from the rut that it's in. But, like, at the same time, if you're going to put the MCU on the balance sheet, they got a lot of fuck-ups before they're in the red. Like, the MCU is still the highest grossing movie franchise ever, and it's not close.
Yep. You know, I think about that, and even if part of him, I'm sure part of him does want to take a break or retire, but this has got to feel like his baby.
I don't think he wants to do it in a downswing. Like, I definitely don't think he wants to go out on a low note.
I would love, if I were in his position, I would love to like just end on like another super high note. I'm talking like something that rivals Infinity War or Endgame, and then be like, all right, y'all, now I'm out. You know, follow that.
And here's the thing, man. I think Secret Wars is going to be dope. Don't get me wrong, but I think the next opportunity for them to do an Endgame would have to be like a Phase 9.
I think. And this is going to be difficult, right? Because for the same reason that DC has to stay away from Darkseid for a while, with the Mutant Saga, it feels like leading to Apocalypse is like the natural conclusion. But do you want to do the big alien-looking guy
again?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah. And yes, folks, I know Apocalypse not an alien. I'm saying he looks like one. All right.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. It would be crazy though if we got like a really cool like a big Fantastic Four centric like movie and a Darkseid movie in the same year, and like Jack Kirby just like it brings him back to life.
Right. Holy shit. I gotta see this shit.
Yeah. Yeah. If this Fantastic Four movie didn't do it, man, then it ain't gonna, because I mean, even if there's people out there that didn't like that movie, nobody can argue with the fact that like it absolutely was what Jack Kirby like put on the pages.
So I missed it, and I need to see the movie again. But did you notice that there was like apparently a cameo of like there were stand-ins for Stan Lee and Jack Kirby?
Mm-mm.
So apparently, and I missed. I guess I don't know how I missed this whole scene, but like there's a shot of a building that says Timely Comics. Timely Comics, of course, is what Marvel was called before it was Marvel.
I do remember seeing that.
And apparently, inside that building, there were like two guys who were stand-ins to look like Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. Yeah.
That's so cool.
It is, yeah.
No, I spent the whole movie looking for the '94 cast.
Yeah, I saw a picture of them after the fact, and I was like, okay, I do remember seeing them, okay, in different spots in the movie.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
it's very cool that they did that.
Yeah. Man, do we have anything else before we wrap up here?
No, I think that's it. Thanks for tuning in with us while we bullshitted for a while. It's been rare that we got to do that, but next week, hopefully, we'll be bringing you guys a review of Saga. It's been a while. I think All-Star Superman was the last time we got to sit down and review an Omni.
Yeah.
So, this is going to be cool. This is still technically an Omni, but it's like, what, chapters 1 through 12 or something like that?
Yep.
It's really good from what I've read so far, and it's not from one of the major houses, right? This is not.
No, this is from Image.
Yeah,
written by Brian K. Vaughan, the same man who made Why the Last Man. That was a TV show at one point.
Yeah, it's really an interesting kind of unique take. I can definitely see why the homie Lauren loves it based on what I've read so far. And then we've also got Doomsday Clock coming down the pipe at some point. So, and then by the time we read Doomsday Clock, I'm going to start really pressuring this man to get back on the Cosmere. So,
yes,
because I've been letting up on it because I have all these books that I'm supposed to read. So,
such is the nature of this podcast.
That's right.
But homies, that's going to be all for now. We will see you guys again very soon. But until next time, my name is Superhero Homie Q.
And I'm Superhero Homie Caleb.